sticking and staying with us. We're zooming straight to the end of the match, 90 minutes of action. But before we get into the match itself, we will take a look exactly at what's been happening around the terrain. And don't forget, yesterday we brought you some action from the Hohoe Stadium. It was all fun as the local derby between the two locally based players got into action. That was on Friday afternoon, and it was interesting enough, and it set the tone for another interesting game this afternoon as the Phobians dare the might of Medeama Sporting Club. So once again, you're welcome, and we'll quickly introduce our guests. We'll take our initial comments, and then we will revisit the Hohoe Stadium to find out what exactly happened yesterday. Seated on my immediate right is a man who really needs no introduction, but he comes into the studio with a lot of smiles, and it's basically because his foreign-based team has won or has scored, whichever it is. Coach Sifa.
The best team in England today.
The best team in England today. Okay, so you heard his voice, Coach Sifa. I will not allow him to continue.
I have to mention the team's name.
I can tell my viewers the team. You're talking about Bournemouth, right? And on the far right
is
Felix. On the far right is Felix.
The Gunners, the Queen's Pride.
Felix Romac, thank you very much for your time. Yeah. And obviously, we're trying to take a look at how we can also shape ours so we can get the best of the best, as it were. But anyway, the fixtures will give us a fair idea of how our league is going as we delve into the very end of the very first half. So like I told you earlier, the very end of the first round. Like I told you earlier on, Hohoe United stayed at home. They played against Heart of Lions. Casualties recorded in that game. We'll tell you a lot more about that. But today, the focus is coming from the Takwa Naboso Stadium, the TNA Stadium, where Medeama Sporting Club stay home and welcome Accra Hearts of Oak. Elsewhere at Swedru, All Blacks play against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and that promises to also be another of the crackers for this weekend. Nations FC stay at home and welcome Karela United. Baseke Holy Stars are in the nation's capital as the guests of Dreams FC. 11 Wonders, they play against Bibiani Gold Stars. Breakum Chelsea travel to Bechim, very short journey, as they also take on their local derby counterparts, Bechim United. Iduana stay at home. Vision have come calling. Vision traveling all the way from Tema to Doma. That's quite a journey if you ask me. And then FC Samatex 1996 will seek to make the Fortress their home as Young Apostles come calling. So these are the fixtures for match day 17, and clearly it tells us that it's getting a lot more keener, a lot more better as we go through. So on Friday we were at the Hohoe Stadium, and let's have a recap of the exciting scenes that happened there.
Derby underway at the Hohoe Stadium. It's Hohoe United versus Hearts of Lions on Matchday 17 of the Ghana Premier League. Wherever you are, if you just joined us, it's the opening game of 2026 in Ghana's top flight. Here is Enim for Hearts of Lions. It's Eddie Ball.
All right, so viewers, we are recapping the action from the Hohoe Stadium, where we had a local derby between the home side, Hohoe United, and of course, Kpando Heart of Lions. And Coach, you have, for the better part of this season, followed closely the trend in the Ghana Premier League, especially with the inclusion of debutants Hohoe United. Have you been impressed with them so far?
Yeah, I must say that I'm disappointed.
Oh, you're rather disappointed?
Yes, I'm disappointed.
Tell us why.
A team that came to the Ghana Premier League for the first time played so well against Hearts of Oak, the oldest club in the country. That's their first game at the Accra Sports Stadium. Ended goalless draw, and everybody was praising them based on the tactical play they exhibited. And going forward, you watch the game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, how they played, how they dominated the Kotoko game. And prior to that game, they have gone to Bechim to win by 2-1.
Yes.
And before that game, Coach Osman Bashir was given that game to be his limited. if he should lose that game, he's not coming to Ahoy.
Okay.
He went ahead to win that game, came to beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and then since then they began to struggle. You ask yourself why. In the Bechem game, they missed the penalty. That is their captain. Yes, Osman. Yes, Safian. He missed the penalty. He's the same person who missed the penalty against Lions. And in that game against Bechem United, he assisted the 2 goals for them to win that game. So at the end of the day, the game against Heart of Lions, I felt that, look, Lions played very well. In the game that Lions had majority of the possession. Sure. I mean, they had about 61, and then Hawaii 39. Shots on target, they had 8. Hawaii had 7. But
that's close.
That's short. Shots on target. Hawaii had 6, and the Lions had 3. So it means that they were doing everything possible to hit at the back of the net.
Okay.
But Lions as a team has also gone 4 games without a win. And the Bashir Hayford, I mean, losing to Ediana, losing to Nations FC, losing to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So it is a game that I felt that, look, it is a regional derby between an old team and then a current team. So for me, I think that Coach Osman, based on what I've gathered, players that came out from Ghana, outside Ghana to join the team, were not players that he recommended. So at the end of the day, there was some kind of pressure coming from somewhere.
Really?
Pressure coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
So you realize that today, if they put up a good performance, tomorrow they drop.
Consistent.
And they've never been consistent in terms of their runs within the last 16 games that they played before playing Heart of Lions. Nice. So for me, I in terms of their fans base, anytime you go to Hawaii, they will give you the support. Everything that the playing body needs, it has been provided.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you ask yourself what went wrong for them to find themselves down there.
Felix, would you say the inconsistencies, as put clearly by Coach Sifa, would you say is due to the inconsistency
in the league? I think it was March 2023. So it tells you how a fortress they are. How many home or newly promoted side will boast of a venue like this?
I doubt
Talk about the venue and even the attendance and the crowd. Sure. And aside that, they have a bankroller. So the support is there, the foundation is there. I believe that inexperience of the technical bench could be a key factor because, you know, if you look at the Premier League, it's a different ball game altogether.
It is.
It's a very different game. And I also feel that they didn't really add a lot of experience to the squad when they got, you know, promoted because
the penalty were showing.
And I don't know, but Safian, I think he had everything well. You know, the idea was good, but just that the placement was well over the bar. But I was very disappointed in the quality of play. It looks like these 2 teams have lost a lot of games coming into this fixture, so they were too cautious. There were many fouls. I work on the stats for TV on this game. Yeah. Over 40 fouls were committed in this game, which was too rough. And I also believe that for Heart of Lions, they should have won this game. They had more possession. They created a better chance. Yeah. I don't know how Kojo Obeng Jr. managed to miss that chance. And you could see the disappointment on his face. But I think that Heart of Lions deserved at least a point in this game. They dominated. I look at their midfield and I say it's one of the best in the league. Eche, Dogley, and then Ishmael Ado playing the double pivot, very, very solid. If they had a better striker up front, you know, they should have picked up maximum points in this particular game. But it's not surprising that after the battle of the Bashirus, one Bashiru got, sacked.
After 90 minutes, the news came out that one of the Bashirus had to make way, as it were. A few people were a bit disappointed, and for those who may really have understood the reasons behind he's being let off the hook, also, tempted to agree with the fact that, look, you've been given a platform as huge as Hohoe United, a team that has just made its way into the Premiership. So a lot more people will know that, yes, there will be pressure on you, but these are pressures that you could easily handle. And it isn't that it is lack of the technical acumen, or would you say
Felix was talking about experience, and I think that Bashiru has got a lot of experience from Unistar Academy. He's been with Accra Great Olympics. He worked under Maxwell at Legon Cities. He went to Young Apostles. He was in Spain.
But coach, sometimes the experience, you won't be under pressure when you are the assistant coach.
No, but if you are handling the team,
but when you take the loans,
but the point is that when you handle a team like Hoko United and you feel pressure, then you cannot handle Hassan Kotoko.
But sometimes the community-based teams come with a lot of pressure, and you can make reference to Swedro Blacks.
You see, Swedro Blacks, yes, check their records. Their away record is even better than the home record.
The home record.
So if I have pressure from home, and I can do well away from home. Swedro Blacks was a lot of pressure when Coach Fatih was asked to go away by the supporters.
When they threatened that naked demo.
Yes. And when they came to play Dreams FC at the Lagos Sports Stadium, they dominated. They came to play Levy Wonders. They dominated.
And they did well.
And they won that 6 points in that game.
Okay.
And that eased the pressure from the fans.
Yeah.
So you see, I think that Hoko United, for me, I think that they should have done better, especially at home, than their way. And surprisingly, they sold their top marksman, Farouk Mohammed, to Nations FC, who is on the bench of Nations FC. He won the goalkeeper when they were in Division 1 for the first season, 17 goals. Second season, he had 15 goals. And who is sitting on the Nations bench?
Let's take a look at their home record under Bashir and find out exactly whether it is the fact that, again, he still could not grind the results. 3 wins that he handled out of all the home matches that they played and lost just 2 of them. But that should be good enough.
9 matches at home, winning 3, drawing 4, and losing 2. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but I look at the fixtures, coach. They should have won.
We are not talking about the fixtures.
No, I understand.
No, you're not talking about the fixtures. You see, if you go into the fixtures, then you agree with me what I was telling you. That with this fixtures.
Okay, so are you saying that between the games against Medeama FC and BBNE Gold Stars, at least one should be in a draw?
No, at least even if you lose against
not all.
Those are former champions of the league.
Exactly.
Medeama's form season.
Excellent.
And you're able to pick a point from Medeama. You're able to beat all. Please let me there.
Yeah,
you were able to beat whole Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You've been able to hold House of Folk at the Class Sports Stadium.
So this is
so losing to Medeama and then BBNE Gold Stars, fine.
It's in order.
Trashing Karela United, the first team to beat Heart of Lions at Hohoi.
Yes.
And looking at the squad of Karela United, you ask yourself what went wrong. Young Apostles is not playing bad at all in this league. If you check their game, though they are picking points and losing some, they are playing so.
No, Papa, could you agree that in September their form wasn't that good? And that is why I was expecting Hallway to have won that game. And even 11 Wonders.
Then
they should have probably done, yes.
Because 11 Wonders game was the game that.
But if these are statistics,
because Coach Sapon came out to say that 3 days, 11 Wonders players have not eaten. And then for him to lead the team to Hallway, he backed back out. He didn't go. And they were recorded. So they were playing 10 against 11 against Hohoi United.
Okay.
At Hohoi. And they picked a point for that game.
So if obviously you have such a home stride in terms of the performances, can we also take a look at the away performances of Hohoi United, and then we get a much clearer picture? The away matches, and Coach Sifa, like you rightly said, they managed to pick only 3 points at Bechin.
And this is what my disappointment comes in. Fellas, this is what my disappointment comes in. If you start your first season in the Ghana Premier League against House of Folk, and it was no other than Didi Dramani. We saw Didi Dramani in the preseason.
That should give you a lot more encouragement.
The President Cup, the Hohoi, Homo Cup, the Democracy Cup, top 4. The performance of House of Hope, and you are able to pick a point from them at the Accra Sports Stadium. You could have even won that game if your striker has taken his stance in the last element of the game. Fine, Vision FC at Tema, no doubt about it. Vision was in form at that time. Under Nanajimai.
Yeah.
Samates away from home. They are yet to lose a game at Samates, at Samaboy. So
they've been formidable.
Yes. So there are games that even at the game against Nations FC, it has to take Emmanuel Ano 87th minute equalizer for them to come back to pick a point from the game against Hoko United. And let's be honest, sometimes the officials sometimes also comes in. There are some decisions that probably also cause this kind of results. Let's be fair. I don't want to mention the games that they played that the results went.
Okay, so even if you want to take a look, even if you want to take a look at officiating, for example, someone would also come in from a certain angle to say that, okay, then probably the owners of the club have a role to play in this. Because in as much as, like Felix said, in as much as they have everything at their disposal, to the naked eye of the average footballer, they have everything.
So you see, Prince, I let's be very honest and let's not go hard on officiating.
Oh, no.
So I just want to even put that aside. If you are a newly promoted side, and even if you have intentions of winning the league, one of the key moments is to make your home a fortress. And when you are playing against teams that are also relegation kind of candidates, you pick maximum points.
So talking about Adriana first under the late Herbert Ado when they came. One goal project.
They were doing it. And currently, look at some of the teams are doing it. Adriana is doing it. And aside that, Adriana is even picking points from some of the title contenders. Medeama as well. So I was expecting Hoho United to make Hoho effort. And yesterday, if Safian had scored the penalty, probably they would have defended well and pick up points. So for Bashiru, yes, maybe some officiating didn't go his way, but he contributed to where the team is.
Of course, he's the head coach on the side, and he picks his players for games. And at the end of the day, he does the training. They went to go, I think, Sugakope or Aplau for pre-season. I monitored their pre-season, and you see, when you are letting a striker of Farouk Muhammad, who was your top marksman, Kotoko were after him, clubs were after him.
But coach, what if the player also wanted a new adventure?
What I'm saying is that improve whatever you are giving him. Because at the end of the day, it's the same premiership. Well, today he finds himself on the bench.
On the bench of another team, of where he could have probably maintained his position.
And let's agree with Felix.
And also
they should have made some Premier League signings. Players with experience that will sustain the team at least for this season. Anyway. And then probably you get to know the league that you are playing.
But the window is open.
Well, sometimes the permutations are very difficult, especially for the clubs. And I think at certain points, we must also give credit to sometimes some of the decisions taken by some of the clubs. As we speak, for example, both the head coach and assistant coach of Elmina Sharks have called it quits. And so sometimes you also need to get into the groove to find out exactly what it is that entails some of these decisions to be taken. But let's do a very quick break. When we come back, let's take a look at the chances of Accra Hearts of Oak and Medeama Sporting Club. They lock horns later this afternoon at the TNA Stadium. We'll join you shortly.
Drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Preco.
This advert is FDA approved.
I want to watch them out. Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? The general lifting up trophies. Stephen Odo was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game, it's our pride. And you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
For me, I've always have in mind that I want to play football because one, I'm from a football family. My dad played for Accra Suffolk before moving to Accra Great Olympics, played in the national team as well. So all those things motivate me that, oh, my dad played football. When I come
Coach, Happy New Year to you, first of all. It's a big game again.
Hey, Yakuya, and also this is your... At Matchday, we've got it all. Mobile phones, smart TVs, air conditioning, kettles, microwaves, blenders, and more.
What's your payment plan? When are you going to start chasing me for it?
Relax, Jerry. Matchday makes it convenient for everybody. You can pay daily, weekly, or monthly. Just focus in making Madam happy. That's all. Okay.
With over 40 shops nationwide, flexible payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery.
Welcome to Matchday. Welcome to Matchday.
Looking to maximize your rice production with our high-performance rice mill machines? Shwangu machinery is purposely built for Africa to ensure efficiency, durability, and superior rice quality. From paddy cleaning to finished white rice packaging. Trusted in over 27 countries, 10 production lines, and 7 years of hands-on experience in the Ghanaian rice industry, Shwangu offers more than just machinery. We also provide 24/7 after-sales service and spare parts support. Shwangu machinery is built to last, designed to deliver. Call us now on 0506 620 089.
It's lucky win.
Let the fun and excitement begin. Your #1 online casino in Ghana, Lucky Win, is back with a bang. With more than 70 new exciting games and big cash prizes, including the popular Aviator, where you can win 1,000 times your bet amount. You can also win in the 500,000 Ghana cedis cash giveaways in the cash draw, cash rain, and give back daily promotions. Enjoy our welcome bonus and free gift coins available every single day. Just go to luckywin.com.gh on any of our smart devices and play a game. You can start with as low as 1 Ghana cedi and you stand to win big. My paddy, look sharp. Lucky Win. Play with less, win big.
Welcome back from the break. Many thanks for sticking and staying with us. Our agenda today is a very simple one. We'll be crossing carpet and going over to the mining town of Takwa, where precisely Medeama Sporting Club play host to Accra Hearts of Oak. Let's take a look at the league table first of all to give ourselves a fair idea of the positions of the teams before we get into the action itself. And clearly, it is obvious that between Accra Hearts of Oak and Medeama Sporting Club, 3 points could make a difference. Medeama are top of the table on 31 points. They are followed closely by Asante Kotoko on 30, followed closely by Aduana Stars and Gold Stars on 29 points apiece. Accra Hearts of Oak lie 5th on the table with 28 points. And so these are some of the permutations we will take into consideration when taking a look at the chances of the two sides as they go head-to-head in battle for supremacy. Now, for Medeama Sporting Club, they play at home and they're very comfortable at home as much as possible. They've got the fans, they've got the atmosphere behind them. But you're playing against a former champion like Accra Hearts of Oak, whose visit to Tarkwa has also put fear in the fans itself. And so again, today will give us another opportunity to see whether that dominance or superiority will be made bare and claimed. Coach Stefa, going into this game, and of course, vis-a-vis taking a look at their last five matches, and by the way, that's the bottom half of the table where 11 Wonders are still in single-digit column in terms of the points. Bechem United lying last but one, and that's very, very surprising. Dreams FC on the 16th position with 17 points. Brekum Chelsea lying ahead of them. Hohoi, Vision, Nations all stuck in there in the middle. Together with the Suede Royal Blacks, it's just a 19, 19, 18, 18, 18 points build up by these teams. And one of the teams Coach Sefa made mention of, the fact that they have done quite well, is Baseke. They are on the 10th position league table. But going into this afternoon's game, Coach Sefa, what will be the standout points that we need to consider?
Looking at Hearts of Oak, they've lost one game away from home. That is the game against Karela in Tamale. And also, they lost a game against Kotoko at Accra Sports Stadium. Yeah. So it tells you that they pick points from their various games that they played. Their last away game was against Medeama. A game that I felt that Hearts of Oak should have at least scored a goal in that game because of the chances that they created in that game. Coming back home to play Samates FC, and you saw how Hearts of Oak had a consistent in terms of tactics and play and the attitude, especially Osesibe. So for me, Hearts of Oak going into this game, I'm looking at the Hearts of Oak Milford. Upon Fane is back. He started in the Adriana game, but against All Blacks, he was suspended due to yellow cards. So Collinson came in to replace him. But today, Hearts of Oak is missing the services of Ngakari. I'm told that he's having an adoring. So he's not part of the team. And of course, George Pakutu is suspended due to card violations. So they are going to have,
Hussein as well.
Yeah, and Hussein has been suspended. So they are going to have Upon Fane. Kosiasma is back into the team starting today, and then
Karim is there as well.
And then when you look at the Medeama side, they have the likes of Fuzi, Manoa Mante, in Milford. So probably they are going the 4-4-2. Tanko is going the 4-4.
Salim Adams is
there, so they are going 4-4-2. But Wiman on Koma. So they are going to play Abdul Salem and then Kinsley Bray as two top. So obviously they are going the 4-4-2 to face the Hearts of Oak 4-3-3 because Frank Duku is on the right and then Mauluwayo on the left, and then Hamza on top. So Mauluwayo being on the left, the reason is Kamal D. Mahmoud. Because of the way he surges forward, finds himself in the opposing penalty area. And it's going to be a very good game. I'm also looking at the two coaches today, how they vary their game. Didi Ramani did vary his game against Samates. But after the game, I spoke to him and he told me that, I did pull out Mauliwayo and brought on Kujo because of Kofi Asian, the right back of Samates. Because he was the one who was worrying Hearts of Oak, penetrating the left back, Hearts of Oak a lot of balls. So I have to do a tactical change. And their coach also made a tactical approach in the game by playing Ebenezer Akwa and then Koku Owusu in Milford and then Ofori. So it was a tactical game that they played. So I'm looking at Coach Ibrahim Tanko starting this game with the 4-4-2 with Didi Dramani's 4-3-3, but he will be using more of the wide areas in this game. So I'm looking at the Milford of both teams, and the coaches will also be impacting when it comes to tactics in this game.
I see. Current trends, and I would like us to take a look at the last 5 fixtures of both sides to see whether there will be any clear-cut advantages, if any, going into this afternoon's encounter. Now, for Medeama, it's just 1 loss out of the 5 matches played.
So this is actually Hearts of Oak.
This is actually Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
Please pardon the caption. This is for Accra Hearts of Oak. Yeah. So Hearts of Oak losing to Karela, probably the only blemish on the record. Comfortable win against Samatex, Nations FC, Vision FC, plus a draw against Adriana FC. Does that put them in some safe standing, as it were, going into this game?
I think that, you see, Hearts of Oak, if you look at the last 2 seasons where they are now, there's been great improvement. Okay. Their major problem has been goal scoring. And it is something that has been with Hearts of Oak, even when Samuel Boydu was there. When they won the treble, they weren't scoring goals. And it's one thing that has been the major problem. If Hearts of Oak don't win the league, whichever teams get to win it, they'll be scoring more goals than Hearts of Oak. And you look at the league table, the difference has been goal scoring. And that is where Hearts of Oak is lacking. Because I still can't believe, until the stats were there, I still can't believe Hearts of Oak have lost only 2 games this season. And that was Karela and Kumasi, Asante Kotoko. Yeah. So it tells you that the team is actually doing well. And you look at the last 5 results, picking up a point against Adriana. And I watched that game. I think it was one of the best games I've seen Hearts of Oak play this season. And should have won that game in Doma. They played very, very well. And I'm not surprised that in this afternoon's game, Coach Didi Dramani is basically going with the same template that played that game against Adriana. I love the partnership between Ali Mohammed and Asigbe in midfield, and the fact that central defense. And I love the fact that Afani has been put into midfield. He did a lot of good job in midfield. The only thing is he finds himself at the edge of the D, but his shooting abilities is not up there like you expect a goal-scoring midfielder to be. But I think the Hearts of Oak are in a good position. Last season, they won 2-0 here. It's been a very keen fixture. This is about the 25th fixture. And the previous 24, Medeama have won 13. Hearts of Oak have won 12. And the last 7 has been a drawn game. So it's been very, very, a tight fixture when it comes to these 2 teams. But I feel Medeama will be under pressure. Under pressure because they've dropped some points at home. And I don't feel they'll be very happy with it. I think last week we did a game involving Young Apostles. Drop points. Young Apostles could easily won that particular game, if not for the red card that they got. And then I think Bichim also got a point. A point there.
Had a point there.
So they will be under a lot of pressure. If you look at the games that they play, and even if they want to win games, you don't concede early against Hearts of Oak because defensively and on set pieces, Hearts of Oak are good. They conceded against Brekum Chelsea. They came back and won that game. Stars the same against. I don't think they have to come back and win the game.
Yeah. No, they drew that game.
Yes, they have to come back and do that game. You can't be that lucky. If they really want to get a result, they should be the ones scoring first, and they should make sure that they are putting a lot of pressure on Hearts of Oak. For Hearts of Oak, I was wondering who gets to start because Benjamin Asari is back. But for consistency, Solomon Agbeshi gets to keep it going. Yes, that's what I'm saying. For consistency, I think that he's done quite well in the absence of Benjamin Asari. And for Hearts of Oak, some of the points that they got, it's because of Solomon Agbeshi. In the game against Adriana, for instance, he made one of the, I would say, the saves of the season when he put that ball over the crossbar. Against Samates as well. So he's been in a fine form. I'm sure that debate will come after us too. Now that he's in form and Benjamin Asari is not playing with the World Cup coming up. But it is a very good position for Hearts of Oak to be in because Prince, seasons ago, Hearts of Oak doesn't know, is it Richie that getting to start? Rich Monai, Eric Okori, but now Didi Dramani can look at the bench and even toss a coin and they will get an experienced goalkeeper in post. So it's a very good headache for the coach. I'm sure a few of the Benjamin Asari supporters won't like the idea, but as a Phobian, I'm happy that the coach have 2 very good quality goalkeepers to pick from.
Even to the extent that, and it may be a wild thing to say, but even to the extent that these are 2 gentlemen, talking about the 2 goalkeepers, these are 2 gentlemen who on any day can man the jersey even for the national team and perform creditably. And again, consider the fact that we're also going to see another goalkeeper who's doing good for himself on the other side of the field, which is Felix Che.
Yeah.
You know, so this obviously gives us a game that we would exactly.
You remember I told you that Ghana, we do not have goalkeeping problem. It's a matter of choice from our handlers. It is who the coach wants to use. And that has been our problem. Like the Hasselhoff case, for instance. Asare is coming from injury. Last week, Didi Damani said that he's 70% okay. He's training with the team. He played a friendly match. He made him play 30 minutes. You don't expect Didi to start him in this game. And today is the last game of the first round of the league. So, of course, Solo has to finish it.
And, Coach, not to cut you, this game could be decided by the two goalkeepers.
Oh, yes.
It could be decided by those two goalkeepers.
Let's take a look at the head-to-head again, which will also buttress the pointers that we are making. So Medeama's last 5 home games against Accra Hearts of Oak. This has been the trend.
So Medeama has won 3, Hearts of Oak has won 2.
Exactly. Right. So which means there's still that competitive edge.
And if you look at the last 3 games, Hearts of Oak won away, Medeama won at home, Hearts won away. Doesn't mean Medeama is winning this one.
And so you see, the permutations alone clearly gives us a lot of food for thought.
You see,
going into the 90
difference between Solo and then Felix in this year's league, the first one is that Felix goals that he has considered is avoidable. The game against Karela in Tamale, against Samates in TNA, against Hohoi United. The Solo.
I wish we could go back to the graphics.
I wish we have those videos.
I wish we could go back to the graphics.
I wish we have those videos. The game against Karela United. Tanko was very furious. He was disappointed in Felix. And in the game against Samates.
And Coach, you are talking about goalkeepers.
Yes.
Do you see something? Any team that has kept a clean sheet goes on to win the game. And from what we are saying.
So
that's how important the goalkeepers.
I'm just drawing your attention to something. That if Medeama will concede, then it must be
set piece,
a mistake or a decision by Felix Che.
You think so?
Yes. If House of Oak will concede, it will be a miscommunication between Solo and his centre backs. So we are in for a game today. Because look, everybody is calling Otoado to look at our home-based goalkeepers. Which I agree.
And I totally do. Especially
if Atizigi will join 2 from here, I will be happy. Because look, our goalkeepers can do it and they can make it.
They've proven it.
Nobody thought Benjamin Asari will Jojo Wallacott and then Atizigi to become number 1.
And Coach, you see, the issue is if you look at the Blaster setup, the department that has been inconsistent is the goalkeeping department. It is up for grabs. It could be anybody's. You know,
I also feel that the right side of we will talk about the Blasters later.
But no, we are talking about goalkeepers.
You see, so this is a game that I'm looking up to. How Solo will deal with Kingsley Gray and Salam, and of course, I also want to see how Hamza Issa. You know, he's a fighter. I just love his spirit. The game against Samates, I was so much in love with him because look, he fought for 90 minutes. He was bullying himself throughout. And you could clearly see that, yes, before those games, he has missed some opportunities and stuff.
And so we also believe that one of the players to watch, without a doubt, is Solomon Agbasi.
Oh, of course.
But when you go to clean, 6 clean sheets, 2 considered.
That 2 was considered in Tamale. That was where I spoke about the communication between him from the wide areas. You understand? And that has been the problem.
And Coach, you see, sometimes it's also as a result of you not being part of that defensive unit. Because sometimes as goalkeepers, when you have a coach, he's been able to get the understanding between his centre backs, especially when they are defending set pieces and also trying to play from the back.
But for me, I'm happy when we have goalkeepers doing very well in our league. When you cast your mind back, those days when you go to Okoro United, you have guys of Mohamed Odun. You go to Koto.
We've had quality once upon a time.
But today, when you go to Heart of Lions, you have Lawrence Osei. When you go to Samates, that young goalkeeper, fantastic. When you go to Gold Stars, Emmanuel Kobe of Gold Stars, Kotoko Aziz Dari is not getting opportunity because of Kamara. And Kamara, for me, his best game was against Beche. That I saw him that look, this is the goalkeeper Kotoko needs. If this is the way he wants to be imposed.
And during his day at Beche, he
Yes, but he needs to fight. You understand?
Obviously.
And then we are talking about Felix Che, we are talking about Solomon Bashir, and then Benjamin Asare. So for me, it's up to the outfit players. Also have to work their way in.
So the yellow and mauve, as we display on your screens, that was their arrival earlier on, and so we are going to see a lot of bright yellow colors on the field of play, representing Medeama. And some of the names there you clearly know, but it will be interesting to see how others also perform. Felix Che, we spoke about earlier on, as one of the upcoming goalkeepers who, for my money, can step into the test of time anytime he's called upon. Experienced players, Kamara Dini, Adams, and of course Apia will also be playing that supportive role. Kamara Dini, we all know his strength, especially when he loves to loves to do the surging runs as he comes forward.
11 Wonders is up by a goal against Gold Stars in Baby.
Okay, so here comes the phobia bird, they call it. And it's a safe arrival by Accra TNA. Singing mode, and it is business as usual, if you want to call it that. And as we come towards the end of our chat, we'll take a look at the permutations on the field. We'll be sharing with you the first 11 of both sides, so you have a fair idea of the tactical formations Felix and coach have been talking about. But the players are looking hale and hearty, look good and ready for the game. Smile on the face here and there is the difference. But obviously, the weather would also play its role, and I understand that the weather is quite resplendent in Tarkwa.
Yes.
It's a very stable weather condition, and we're hoping that these two sides will sell a very fair game and a good game. Head coach Masoud Didi Dramani believes that a still work in progress, and so obviously corrections will be made here and there. But Alex, if I should push you to the wall just a little bit with what we've seen so far, and pair what you also have in terms of statistics on paper, the permutations. First 45 minutes for me in matches like this tell a story.
I think that both teams were very cautious in the opening 45 minutes. We will see both teams trying as much as possible to be very, very pragmatic. But I think Hearts of Oak have done quite well in away games, and I have a feeling that they might get a point in this particular one.
Okay, I'll come and take coach's view on that. Coach has a very sly way of disagreeing with comments, and there's a smile always on his face, a very dry, simple smile. But let the coaches also tell us exactly what the expectations are going into the game, and so both coaches are ready to share their thoughts with us. Let's cross over to the stadium and take a listen.
Happy New Year to you, first of all. It's a big game against one of the best sides currently in the Ghana Premier League. How important will it be to start this year with a win?
It's important, like you said, we are playing against a very strong side with a very strong back technical team. But I think, like I always said, we are playing home. In home, we can beat any team at any day. So I'm sure that the boys are ready. And like you said, let's see what will happen.
Seeing your lineup, Kingsley Braye finally starting, what informed that decision? Because he's been on the bench for some time.
No, I always tell them that anyone can start at any time. It's based on, the game we are playing. I think the last two games he was super, so I think he deserved to start. So definitely I give him that chance.
Now, Hearts of Oak are one of the best defensive sides currently in the league. How do you plan to break them down today?
We have to have patience up front when we are building up. I think we have to look for the spaces where we can hit them. Definitely, like you said, we watch them very good at the defensive side, but we are also very good at the offensive side. So let's see what will happen.
Coach, wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Coach, Happy New Year to you. Final game of the first round. How important would it be to start on the right note?
I think that every game is always important, and then just as this one, and the two teams, they come to fight for the ultimate 3 points.
You're coming up against a team that is unbeaten in about 13 league matches here. How do you plan to break them down?
I think that it's always good to believe in what you are doing, and also reflect on how strong the opponent is. at their backyard, and then what strong they are in, and then in order to get the best out of their outcomes.
Seeing your number one Benjamin Asari back, but you're continuing with Agbasi, what really informed that decision?
I think it's important to reintegrate players into your fold, and so it's a whole process. It's a process of getting out, and it's a process of getting on, and so it's important to reintegrate both the on-pitch and off-pitch activities.
Coach, wish you all the best.
Thanks.
All right, so the coaches have spoken. We also are proud to have a coach in the studio. So, Coach, you two speak. But what do you make from
I think
the
that
responses?
Tanko was clear. They had to look strong point and his strong point.
Yes.
He's offensive, Azufuk is defensive when it comes to Didi Dramani and how he's line up his game. So he wants to make use of the pocket of spaces and then hit Azufuk. Didi Dramani also spoke about a team that is playing at home, 13 matches unbeaten. Also try to open up that defense or that team, open up and then take advantage of it. And also, so we are going to see an end-to-end action in today's game based on what the coaches have said.
Felix, you share the same thoughts?
I totally agree. It's going to be a very tactical game. Two experienced coaches. I'm sure Tanko will look up to Didi Dramani, watch a few of the Azufuk game and see where they can hurt the Phobians. But Azufuk have a lot of experience. So it's Medeama. These are two former champions of the league. So we are in for a very good game.
And so to whet your appetite, we'll do a very quick break. When we come back, we will share with you the 11 men that will be starting the game. And then we will cross over to Takwa. We'll be back shortly.
Drinks, a whole new vibe, another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Excuse delivery calls discouraging you from buying the home appliance you want? Or are you frustrated by the late pay delivery? Worry no more. The unprecedented deal from Matchday is here. Buy your TV, AC, refrigerators, washing machine, and have it delivered within 24 hours. Zero cost. Yes, you heard it right. 24 hours free delivery and installation within Accra and Tema at the comfort of your home. For clarification on this offer, call us on 0544 019 552. You can also order on our website www.maxbuy.com.gh.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience and your time. We're crossing over to TNA Park, or TNA Stadium, I should say, very, very shortly. But I'll give my two guests just a quick word on the starting 11. Let's share the starting 11 quickly so that they give us a clearer understanding of how to appreciate the game. And then we cross over Takwa for kickoff itself. And so for the first 11 of Medeama, there you have it on your screen. The usual suspects: Mubarak Yusuf, Fuzi Taylor, Manuel Mante, Kamaradini Mamudu, Kelvin Nkrumah, Kingsley Brahe, Fatau Suleimana, Salim Adams, Abdul Salam, Jacob Abu Mensah. And it's good to see Jacob Abu Mensah on the starting 11 sheet for Medeama. I haven't seen him in a while. He was a prodigy at under 17 level. Felix, what do you take of this lineup?
Excellent for this. What I was expecting, but I think I look at the midfield, and that will be where the battle will be fought. Hearts of Oak have to be very mindful of Manuel Mante and Salim Adams, because these are players that will pick some pocket of spaces, within the midfield and on your edge. When it comes to set pieces, Salim is good with it. He strikes the ball very, very well. So they have to make sure that he doesn't get that space to be hitting those balls. Okay, so let's take a look at the. Well, we ran out of time. We have to join the action now. The players are coming onto the field, and you see among the players or between the players, it tells you that they definitely know themselves. But 45 minutes coming up. Let's cross over to the action station at the Takwa Naboso Stadium. We'll join you again at halftime after the first 45 minutes. Enjoy the game.
Whether capabilities were ignored in the past or not, everything set for a very big match then, especially at the start of a new year. The two sides will be looking forward to getting the first 3 points to start their season on a high.
So Medeama SC definitely have a very big pride here in Takwa. They're very much resilient and also relentless. They want to forge in the heat of the home support that turns this particular ground into a furnace. And so when they walk in here, they try to look into the setup there. And having picked up a draw against Bibiani Gold Stars, they haven't really made enough changes to the setup. They maintain the same squad here, and they certainly want to change the narrative about their performance in the Ghana Premier League, as whether they definitely going to pick the title or not.
You never want to change a side that gets you maximum result. Picking a point from the dreaded dance back in Bibiani, Coach Ibrahim Tanko would want to stick with his men, and luckily, Suleiman are playing a very much impressive, and we'll be looking forward to keeping that strength on the left-hand side.
There's been a talk about the opposition side where Tanko Ibrahim says there's not much pressure on him as to how he manages the side and whether they have a chance of picking a title. It's got 13 games unbeaten in the Ghana Premier League. Very much exciting performance there for Tanko Ibrahim, the former national star. Played his club football as well in Germany for Dortmund, and he's actually changing the narrative for Medeama SC, because he did that back in when he was in Accra, but this time he's here in Takwa.
Well, we're looking forward to getting the very best. Getting 3 points here will be very much crucial. Last season, Hearts of Oak won 4 points from the maximum 6. Tanko wants to put a stop to that.
Referee Nathan Anafo, FIFA created referees here for this afternoon's encounter there. And Hearts of Oak coming to this game making a lot of changes there. 4 of that after the win against Samatex. And George Paco is out for a change, and then Siama comes in to replace and Martin Kakaro, interestingly, is also not in the you asked a lot of questions as what really is happening to Martin Kakaro this season.
Well, bit of worry for Didi Dramani there. He's failing to have that chemistry he desires, all because of the inability to have the players every single time available for them. Masudi Dramani knows that the absence of Martin Kakari, Collison and others with illness and injuries as well as suspension hasn't really helped his team, but he hopes that they get the right result here at the TNA Stadium. It's a big match for him, and it's quite impressive to see Kwesi Asma return to the squad.
Well, again, it's a situation where Hearts of Oak certainly will be looking to change a lot of things in the midfield, but George Paco sitting out of a 3 yellow card suspension, and to have Theophilus Collison, Martin Kakari, all of them, and not able to play a part in today's game. But I expect to see the likes of Mauli Wayo, who's definitely going to play wide there, but Amza Imsa is the one who's staying up front in the middle and getting support there from Duku. See how the setup there for Hearts of Oak work today.
Well, very impressive attacking lineup. The 2 forward, Tisa and then Frank Duku are expected to get on the score sheet. Mauli Wayo, as always, with his ever irrepressible, press high up the field, gives them an opportunity to start defending from, a closer line in the opponent's first third, and that gives them, enough time. Creativity would be a lacking. I expect Abdul Karim to step up and fill in for that gap.
Oh, Didi Dramani has ushered in the Hearts of Oak into this game, and expect to see a very exciting performance there from referee Nathan Anafo, who has had 3 games already in the Ghana Premier League. And he did witness the performance of a team's All Blacks and Holy Stars, Nations FC and Gold Stars, as well as Vision and Young Apostles. Nathan Anafo, and coming in for this particular game, you expect to see a lot of fireworks there from Buhats and Medeama SC this afternoon's encounter. There's been a lot of anticipation there in terms of how this game is going to play. It's one of the most heavily advertised game in the Premier League match 17. But Hearts of Oak have had interesting performances here and won some other games here against Medeama SC, and they want to continue with that surge and keep the momentum. But going 13 games unbeaten, it's Medeama SC who walk into this particular term and want to make it a strong, strong fortress.
Well, certainly that is the fortress, but in as much as they want to make it a fortress, they've dropped lots of points, games I would have expected them to pick maximum points, but hopefully they make amends and pick enough points here this second round. They drew against Samatex, and that wasn't a pleasant result for the fans.
And so the drums beat louder, the chants rise higher, and every blade of grass waits for the next chapter to be written. It's today's ambition with Meets Legacy, Hearts of Oak and Medeama SC. Gold meeting green, home pride, now clashing with a bit of national royalty. 90 minutes certainly lie ahead, and 90 minutes that would test courage. And they've been having some very quality goals there, Hearts of Oak, with the left-footed set piece to be taken there. Ransford Mensah has been really working hard for the Phobians this afternoon, trying to go long into the far post there. Goalkeeper has already committed, and that's well to pick it up, Felix Che, and quickly had to set the as well. Did score against Bando Hearts of Lions, where Medeama picked up the only goal and the only encounter. Expectation is pretty much high for the fans who are watching and looking on to see how things pan out. Felix Che has been the safest pair of hands there for Medeama SC. And we expect to work the Salim Adams, from a Hearts of Oak player. Once upon a time, we did talk about the fact that he's meeting old friends in today's encounter, Salim Adams.
Well, obviously, he struggled to survive at Hearts of Oak, but his capabilities and his strength was not really realized with the Phobians. Traveled all the way to Cincinnati and had to come back. Ibrahim Tanko trying to get the very best out of him.
Games with one goal for Medeama SC this season, sit top of the standings with 31 points Medeama, but to have a lot of work there coming through Adams. This is Kamardini, so playing his role there for Medeama. Picks up the return of the ball there and trying to look forward to seeing the likes of Kingsley Bryan in a very good position there, trying to turn around there. Sibe stopping him, and now comes in this particular effort. Lovely play there from Abdul Salam, player of the month of November there for Medeama SC. His first shot on goal there, and Medeama beginning to get some bit of opening ups in front of the defensive line of Hearts of Oak.
Intelligent pass there from Kamaradine, opening up the space. Kingsley Bryan wasn't really successful with that. And the scrap, well picked up by Salam. Close shot, but Abasi once again able to the tax to parry it away.
Corner kick once again is a little bit of response there from Medeama SC, as Hearts of Oak the very first in the early minutes of the game, and they have their effort to tailor to effect this one there for Medeama SC. 3 minutes already gone, almost 4 minutes, and this one is taken into the box there. Hearts of Oak clear the lines. There's another return of the ball. Sibe's long ball into Medeama half. Has been quietly all alone in his own half there, picking the ball up, but a bit of a concern there for Kamardini for Medeama. An
impressive clearance there from Hearts of Oak, knowing the threat Medeama carry every time they come forward with a corner kick. And one of them is Kamardini Mahmoud clutching onto his thigh. Might have been a kick there into his right thigh. You can see him making the complaint to the referee. They were just scrambling for that ball. It was a good whip by Fuzi Taylor.
Absolutely. Both Medeama and Hearts of Oak are meeting for the first time in 9 months. Hearts of Oak picking up, and Benjamin Asari is again in the stance there. He's nursing an injury, yet to recover fully. He's had just about a week or so training, and yet to get himself back into the start
Well, it was quite an injury that had lingered for a long time, but happy he's back. But once again, Fuzi Taylor with an outswinger. Good clearance by Osesibe. He has that aerial presence every time. Despite his diminutive nature, he's always rising higher to connect to these aerial balls. I'm sure Fatah will be catching his stats. He delayed a bit hesitant. And SCB just capitalized on that floor to make the clearance.
Very much tiring defender there, SCB, always getting the balls away from dangerous areas. Well, back in April 2025, Hartlepool did beat Medeama by a goal to nil here. Very confident side, and they're trying to find themselves back, and that's out of trouble. Mubarak Yusuf finds himself in a very precarious situation, but was able to get himself out there, and a very poor play there for Kamaldeen to pick it up. And Hartlepool will have the honors task of getting the throw in here.
Medeama have an enviable back line, lots of experience. Back, Mubarak in central defense, and Kamaldeen on the right hand side. They seem well stacked, with Amu adding up with his quality. It's quite difficult for you to plunge through.
Well, I did talk about the introduction of Fatah Suleiman there into the Medeama defensive line. Just talked about him, just had to race from far to pick this ball there. Very poor play there from the Medeama centre backs. Jacob Amu. Now Felix J trying to play compact at the back there, and again it's probably going to be a very not a friendly tackle there. Nathan Nafu just won't have a very long word there for Hartlepool's 15 shared it. Frani.
That was quite a late challenge there from Abdul Karim. Late to that ball. Can understand why Amu is too far away from him.
Mubarak Yusuf now finds space for Jacob Amu there, looking for some bit of a opportunity in the midfield. It's been returned to him as well by Mano Mate, and now comes back to Mubarak. Fuzi Taylor, Kinsley Bray. And he's been really worked on by Ransford Mensah.
There's a bit of a problem with the Medeama midfield. Too much steel. The Maverick and Prince Owusu is absent. You can see the reason why they've been too technical and failing to take lots of risks from that midfield. You can't be too creative if your midfield lacks that balance, and that is what you're realizing. They may be possessing the ball.
It's a bit ragged in terms of getting the balls into the spaces that you're looking for.
Yeah, someone is what they're missing. And I'm sure Tanko looked at the Hartlepool midfield. How do I neutralize it? Good on the road, and with this setup, you just want to combat that steel they also have.
Yeah, find a way there, and finally find support there. Hartlepool now trying to push forward on the left-hand side. Always looking for space there, Asma and Hamza. Again, defensively, very strong play there for Mubarak. Wins it back now for Medeama. And getting space and also getting themselves away from any trouble. Fuzi Taylor trying to control things in the heart of midfield now, find space. And now Salim. I was looking for Nkrumah to run routes and create some space there, gives the ball away. ACB picking it up there for Hartlepool.
Very good read of the ball there by the Pont Frane, picking it up. People will be looking forward to plunging the ball through the spaces in between the Hartlepool midfielders. You can see Salam and Manu Mante trying to pick up those pockets of spaces the Phobians are leaving behind.
ACB all alone at the defensive area for Hartlepool, now to push forward. Switching one and a very long play into the half of Medeama again. He's been stopped. Fuzi Taylor here for Medeama. And Abdul Salam has been stopped in his stride there by Ali Mohammed for Hartlepool. And so Since January 2023, Hartlepool and Medeama faced each other 6 times, with Hartlepool picking a slight edge over Medeama, winning 4 of those encounters. Medeama just 2 wins there against Accra Hartlepool. And both teams have scored 8 goals across those meetings. Medeama trying to tighten their grip on the Premier League log there. Just 1 point ahead of Kumasi Asante Kodoko. And here comes Suleimana Fatau, charging forward on the left-hand side. Oh, fine space there. Abdul Salam in the box there. Abdul! And Agbashi once again coming to the rescue of Accra Hartlepool.
Brilliant play there from Fatau, finding Salam, his first touch, letting him down. Recovered to hit the ball quite low. Nabasi with sharp reflex. No, he couldn't gather the first time. It was quite an impressive drive from Abdul Salam. Not a lot of goals come from him, and we're expecting him to get a lot more on the score sheet.
Comes there again and take over first there. Both teams goalless at the moment. And so there's going to be a lot of a wrestling battle defensively. Hartlepool really coming in very hard. And Medeama coming into the game there. Chris Yasma trying to pick the ball away from Mubarak.
That was quite a good gather there from a moment. How to stretch and make that quick recovery.
Now Salim is noted for those long drive there. Salim Adams, former Hartlepool player. And this man did play a part there for the Phobia some seasons ago. And decided to part ways and look for some bit of a exciting exposure outside. But it's back in the Premier League and working wonders there for Medeama AC.
Well started, hitting the ball from a distance, realizing that Solomon Abasi is struggling to pick the ball on the first attempt. There's the third shot on target, and we're looking forward to getting a lot more. But Abasi has started warning his defense not to be opening up too many spaces within that midfield, allowing Medeama to strike the ball.
On, and Asma has been flagged a yellow card. Very interesting decision there from Nathan Anafo. The yellow card there to Asma.
I think that was a late challenge, very needless. It carried all the malicious intent.
The interesting thing about the referee Anafo there, and you get to see that the first game that he officiated, that was All Blacks against All Stars. He get 4 yellow cards in that game, and as well as Nations FC and Gold Stars, that was 6 yellow cards. And the only card that was a bit economical was a match against Vision FC, which is 1 card he gave. But now, just about 12 minutes of play, and the yellow card is already out there.
I'm sure he wouldn't have dished out the yellow card, but the reaction that followed clearly gave him that opportunity to give the yellow card. You could see Didi Dramani complaining to the assistant referee. But I'm sure decent is also part of the game, and players need to learn that.
Very interesting. In the match against All Blacks and All Stars, game ended 2-0 for All Blacks, and then Gold Stars and Nations FC. It was a 2-0 win as well for Nations, and so it's very interesting display in terms of how many yellow cards he's able to give in the game there. And so Fuzi Taylor spoke to the near post there. And again, Hartlepool player struggling to deal with it. He's been headed down, looking for a handball call there, but that will not be given. Came off the body of Frank Duku.
I'm not sure the referee is going to give that. It was too close to him, and his hand was virtually just on his body.
Both Hartlepool and Medeama have played each other 23 times, with Medeama winning 14 of those matches. 7 ending in a draw with 12 victories for Hartlepool. And now Asma, the man just picked up a yellow card there. The first player to have his name taken. Fatau Suleimana here going ahead of Duku to pick it up. And Medeama defense would have to clear and mop things up. They've been pretty much quiet there. One of the goalkeepers between the two in the post there is Abashi, who's picked up just 2 balls. The long drive at goal. But Felix has been pretty much on holidays.
Clearly, the House of Folk team have just opened up too many spaces. That's all how expansive Medeama played.
Again, there's been too many hold-up play in the game. When you talk about Medeama SC, they have 7 players who have either played for the Black Stars or the Black Galaxies. And again, look at the offense there on Salam by Ali Mohammed, which scored for the referee to stop the game there. So you have the flex Mubarak receive for Tau Suleiman, Mano Mate, Kamardini, Mamadou, Kevin Nkrumah, and Salim Adams. All of them either played for the Black Stars or the Black Galaxies. Very strong setup Medeama do have today.
Stacking quality. They've had that experience of playing national team level and also across the league. At all when it comes to the league. Played for Medeama, went to Africa to play for Al Ahly in Tripoli. You look at Mubarak, his hardest time with Ash Gold. His hardest time with Asante Kotoko now. Here, Salim Adams, who had had to for Kamardini for many years, has been with this side. Kelvin Nkrumah with his experience from the Ghana under 20 team and also an under 17. It's a lot of quality. Mano Mante. Mano Mante has been another steady for the likes of Kwesi Donsu Tetezuta during their time. Fuzi Taylor from Accra Lions. So it's more like they have too much quality. You look at their bench and you're just wowed by the number of quality players they still have in the bank to call on when they need them.
Well, that's where the coach is sport for quality. That's what he wants to tweak his team, the match, and so keep the same setup. Mano Mante has been pushed down there by Afrani. Not for giving out too many fouls. There's one of them. Just again, there's a tussle. Full battle between the two sides. Really interesting one. And it appears Medeama a little bit slightly on top of that.
That has been their strength, controlling the midfield play. It's now left to them to capitalize on how to make the end product.
Oh, lovely play here. And again, Salim just couldn't get the pass going on. It's Brian. And it comes Mano Mate. Now you have Mubarak here picking it up for Medeama SC, looking for Abdul Salam. Ali Mohammed would just guide the ball away and gets pushed down. He was actually looking for this one and got it.
Kwale, he knew exactly what to do. Salam wanted to just navigate his way around him. But Ali just read the situation, and after that push, went down right in front of the assistant referee. He's been saved right there. Salam very strong and doesn't give up on loose balls. One of his attributes. The rest of the coaching team really appreciate.
Interestingly, Heart of Oak really have had to see Maliwayo and Hamza being well policed by Medeama SC, so not seeing plates of possession. Always get to see the likes of Abdul Karim playing his part in midfield again. Heart of Oak losing possession. Medeama really picking it up there. Interesting play there for Medeama as they went away to Gold Stars, an outstanding game. The game ended 1-1. There's a draw with Medeama obviously picking up and excited about picking a 3-point. Salim here, always looking for the rounds there, and the flag going up here against Nkrumah.
There's quite a bit disjoint there from Heart of Oak. That was very tiny there. You see, Kelvin Nkrumah will be looking forward to creating lots of space, very much expansive, and with a skill, cutting to create opportunities to the side. Mankwabefi has a lot of work to do on the right-hand side of Heart of Oak.
The very tough games being played in Sueju as well, Kotoko playing All Blacks, and a lot of the off-field incidents. And the beauty of the game there, Heart of Oak really having to have Ransford doing so well, picking the ball there. Lovely play there from the left full back. Crossfield powers out to the right-hand side, looking for... Oh, Duku just couldn't quite get to the ball there.
That was quite
about the fact that that's way too much for him to pick it up.
That was a miscalculation there from Frank Duku. Would have expected him to meet the ball halfway. But unfortunately for him, it was just too far away. You see, it was quite close there. Phyllis J spending too much time on the ball. And Hamza Issa trying to steal it away. Cannot be dancing around with the ball in your penalty area.
And just not in front of Hamza Issa was able to score at any opportunity. Salim Adams here. He's been boxing the midfield for Medeama this season. Was doing so when he was playing for Hearts of Oak there. Well, the Phobians have been encouraged by the recent win over Samatex, and their defensive record remains the best in the Premier League this season. Well, interestingly, goals on the road for Hearts of Oak have been a big concern, with many Phobians failing, or the Phobian team failing to score in the last 4 away matches. And need to be addressed in today's game against Medeama FC, and that's a big concern there for the man.
See a lot of tussling in there. Frank Duke clearly not happy with that, but once you tag the jersey of your opponent, you give an opportunity for the referee to whistle for a foul.
Well, All Blacks leading Kumasi Asante Kotoko by 2-1. It's a very fiercely encounter there in Suejo. Marfin Donzo getting the consolation here for Asante Kotoko. In the meantime, here in Medeama, it's still goalless. Medeama FC and Hearts of Oak. Time the Phobians trying to keep possession. And here comes Mauliwayo, drifting deep into midfield. Peneka Esibe. Another cross-field ball to the left-hand side, and again is in the offside flag has already gone up.
Quite a bit late there. Ransford Mensah making the charge. SCB knowing how expansive the Medeama defense is, would always want to put the ball through. You can see the Phobians have been quite unlucky trying to go through the middle. There's been lots of fouls just to disrupt the fluidity with which Medeama want to play. I can quite understand making them highly unsettled every single time. Have the ball. The fans are eagerly waiting to get a goal.
So this is it. So it's going to be that exciting. Well, you have these two sides in the Premier League. Medeama, once again, 31 points, sitting on top of the Premier League. Trying to push the balls back here on the left-hand side, and again you have Nkrumah switching play, and the ball just going out there for a goal kick.
Calvin Nkrumah with enough quality. We're looking forward to getting the ball down the right-hand side. Clever getting past Ransford Mensah with the space. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a goal kick scenario there for the Medeama side. We talked about the fact that there's two teams in games there in the Premier League, and you still want to have a Fuzzy Taylor, so as with the player, and the shoving and pushing in the 18-yard box always going to be a big concern there for Nathan and for the referee to deal with it halfway through the first half already. And you do have Fuzzy Taylor there, very much ready. Mauliwayo Hamza, just a two-man wall there in front of Agbashi, trying to get his team to be very much focused. You have to be attentive onto this ball there. Fuzzy Taylor always getting ready to hit this one deep into the halfway or perhaps the penalty area of Medeama SC. And Kamarantini will definitely have some bit of interesting words there for referee Anafo. Well, it's a situation where you expect your teams to always get everything going there for them. Fuzzy Taylor left the ball deep into the far post. Now it's going to be attacked, and again a very interesting display there from the centre-back Jacob Amu. Just couldn't quite get into the very dangerous areas to pick it up there.
Delivery there, Fuzzy Taylor was high, but Frank Duku's presence was enough to keep him off balance. The poor connection to that ball. Medeama still asking lots of questions, but they haven't been lucky. Out of defense, including the goalkeeper, have been up to the task.
Duku now to chase this one, couldn't quite get to it now.
That was too heavy a pass for him to pick it up. The intent was clear, but it was too hefty.
not been the vintage Hartsfolk team in the Premier League, especially so when it has to be a match here against Medeama. CEO is looking for Hamza. Now Mauliwayo picks it up. Switching play down to the far side. Now 70% of possession there for Medeama with 30 for Hartsfolk. The Phobians trying to push forward and trying to get a lot of men there. Switching and Wayo and Asma again. Well, this time it's been cleared. Medeama living dangerously, and that's what Mensah again. Not too sure what the plan was for him.
You would have expected Kosi Asma to hit the ball first time with the cutback coming straight to him. That extra touch gave him Medeama an opportunity to make the clearance. You can see Ibrahim Tanko clearly not happy. The Phobians have started picking up the loose end as defense. He needs to quickly resolve that.
Medeama have recorded 3 home victories over Hartsfolk in the last 5 seasons. Can their lead being tested there by Hartsfolk for the first time since the 2020-21 campaign. A bit interesting here about Salim there, where he enjoyed a fruitful season with Hartsfolk, lifting the League and FA Cup titles under coach Samuel Bwedu. And the bench of Medeama, we're looking on to see what happens there. Ken, when you have players saying that they are not under any pressure at all, but they're meeting old friends and they're well motivated.
See Hartsfolk making it difficult for Medeama to really find their rhythm. Almost every single time pressing to make sure they lose it as easily at any point in time.
And again, is Nkrumah looking for that call there from referee Nathan Nafu, who was not going to get that one there from Ransford Mensah, who was just protecting and shielding the ball away from him.
Nkrumah, smallish but very weighty, trying to find his way around Sibe and Mensah to win that possession. Was unlucky there.
Well, a bit of an interesting story. I talked about the creative player there in the side, and Martin Kakari, who is not playing a part in today's game. But a bit of a congratulations there for Martin Kakari, having an outdoor in there for his newborn baby. The reason he's not here with Hartsfolk. Congratulations there to Martin Kakari.
It's family time.
Yeah. That's a very exciting news there for 2026 for the young man.
Hopefully that brings him goals. He's actually struggling at Hartsfolk, struggling to score. The last over 40 games he's played in the league, he hasn't registered any goal, and it's quite, surprising for an outside forward not to even register a single goal playing for Hartsfolk.
For the Taylor now. Kevin just opening up for a pass there, but decided to drop it deeper. Nkrumah back to Fuzi Taylor. That's well, and looking for some bit of space, but it has to go to Fatah Suleimana. Oh, lovely here for Medeama. Fuzi again turns. The fans shot not happy at all. Expect to see something. Bit of a strip movement in the ball there. Mauliwayo now picking the pieces and has been dragged back. But the advantage is given to Hamza Issa. Has been stopped there by Jacob Amu. Again, I thought the referee was going to go back in to look at the pull back on Mauliwayo. But Abdul Salam here for Medeama. Also turning away from everybody and finds Salam. Back to Suleimana. Abdul brought down. Right in front of the referee there. So there's Kareem Abdul for Hartsfolk commit this foul there on Salim.
A late challenge there from Abdul Kareem. A bit late. Salim, his first touch letting him down, but he managed to just toe poke that away to Salam. Nathan Anafa wasn't going to look away. It's been the same situation. I would want to set up that ball favorably. Try those long range efforts. Hasn't come too easy.
It's a concern there for the young man who's just been stumbled at the back there for Jacopamu.
It's really been great for them. You can see it clutching onto his face. I'm not sure he has something to do with a strain or a knock. Virtually feeling a bit dizzy.
On the bench for Medeama as well. After talking about Tanko Ibrahim is Isaac Kamwako, former goalkeeper of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It's now the part of the technical setup of Medeama SC. That's a talking point about a lot of our former players of Asante Kotoko going into coaching. And if you pick the Premier League table, or perhaps the clubs, you do have Gordon Ablodi, former captain with Vivian Gold Stars, and they talk about your midfield that will currently Ajay with Pando Heart of Lions, and Amos Frimpong back with the Kumasi Tenko setup and with a former club. Isaac Kamwaku here. There's plenty of them moving and working with all the Premier League sides.
Well, it's quite impressive for them, and they still have a number of them working through the round. Jordan Opoku with West Africa Football Academy, Francis Akwapo with Ken Faisal. Clearly seem to be stacking up for the future.
Salim here, long range into the power post, then again it goes wide of the crossbar.
It was always rising.
He's noted for that. He's absolutely been very fantastic hitting the balls from long range.
That was quite a distance, but it was always rising. The very best of hits from him. Expected to hit it with the inside of his foot a bit, but this was just on the laces.
Yeah, playing from the back end, so still goalless here. And Medeama SC Hartlepool struggling to get the opening goal. Medeama been given a tap here. Now they have to find Salim. Trying to lift for Brai. And defensively, Hartlepool have been wonderful and fantastic there. I was expecting a lot of work there from Marco Befi.
Very good gather there by Befi. Read the situation well, knew exactly what Brai wanted to do. Just stepped in the right moment to make that block.
Medeama fans will be hoping they pick up something here. Hartlepool have picked up 7 points from their last 3 games ahead of this particular game, and TD Dramani is looking to continue with that performance. Do you recall the win here against Samatex, and it was a very important win there as well for the Phobians. One interesting scoreline that did come in was Kodoko's 6-0 win against Bechem United in Kumasi. He's momentarily got them sitting on top of the Premier League log, and then Hamza has been brought down just going through 2 players. That Kamaldin was there, and of course Mubarak was equally there trying to win possession away from Hamza, but very smartly trying to hit the ball into the 2 players, and has been pushed down.
That was quite needless there from Kamaldin with his experience. Hamza Issa was just moving backwards. There was no intent to get himself into an attacking and a shooting position. Trying to tag onto his shirt, giving away an easy free kick.
Oh, TD Dramani has spoken about the fact that the team needed to play and be consistent. Mensah dropped the ball down, Varsma hit the balls into the box. Now has been collected beautifully there by Felix Che.
Goalkeeper Felix Che would continuously welcome these if they are hit this way. Without power, without conviction, and hanging, more like routine saves at the training ground for him. Hartlepool need to do a lot more to test him. He's been one of Ghana's top performing goalkeepers in the domestic league. It has been part of the Black Galaxies for quite some time.
Abdusalam just going in between the 2 players, then just not agreeing there with the decision to allow the player to continue here. Against Kamaldini here, going hard on getting the balls away from. It's a long throw into the box, and as we're coming into the rescue of Medeama again, they come into foul. Hartlepool and Asma is already on a yellow card, should be careful.
Slightly loose throwing, he could have allowed Kelvin Nkrumah to get on in there. There's too much in that for the referee to simply allow it to slide. So the likes of Karim has been stepping in to help a lot more with tackling. He's still in a very cautious line on a yellow card. Any silly tackle, he could see his match notice.
Gets it by Salim. Suleimana is already. Oh, again, the first thought was on an offside position.
And he himself, Suleimana, thought it was offside.
Salim here lifts the ball up. It's been headed down by Ali Mohammed. Comes back to Mubarak. Finds space in the middle. Mate. Fuzzy Taylor. And now it's going to be a hit by Kamaldini. Rashid can't be beating on the post by this one.
That was clearly a defender's shot on target. Much more power. And an extra touch to fully control that ball.
Again, it's Medeama struggling to find some space. Oh, lovely here from Bayfi. Finds Duku on the right-hand side. Just waiting the ball stays Hamza. Here comes Asma. Tries the ball back and has been fouled there. The referee now calls for a foul for the Phobians.
That was quite a nasty decision there from Mate. And as much as he won the ball, he left something. Where's Asma? I can understand why. He's clearly not happy with that decision from the referee. But he gave himself away.
Free kick here. Switch down to the far post. Felix again had to collect this one.
It's quite another wasted free kick. You'd have expected a lot more power, a lot more pace. Being very tight. Letting it down. But that delivery. In an era where set pieces have become points where teams used to score goals, you cannot be wasting them. And the two sides haven't really made very good use of the few they've had already. That was a bit awkward there. Osesi believing one on the face of Salim. That was quite bad. Malicious from him.
Just up in the black side of the referee there, just couldn't quite
very
get
much
to
lucky
it,
that the league does not use VR.
I tell you what. Well, again, they have a mini conference going on the technical area there, but that is the interesting performance there from both sides. At half-time, Sergio Blacks leading Kodoko by 2-1, and Nations and Kerala on a stalemate together with Dreams and Basakoli Stars. And again, 11 Wonders and Gold Stars. It is 2-2 at half-time, and Bechem and Brekum Chelsea game is all goalless. But Aegean at home are losing to Vision at half-time. Vision leading by a goal to nil, and Samatix leading Young Apostles by a goal to nil.
Well, there's a lot to expect from the league, and the new year everyone wants to start on a high.
Absolutely.
You can understand why the two sets of teams are trying to correct their errors in this quick water break. You can understand why Nathan and Afo allowed the teams to just draw back and have some refreshment.
I think you talk about the coaches there, and Dieter Mane talked about how the first game here, where he just said they're going to have a very tough encounter with Medeama, and so he was looking ahead to a swift attacking play from Medeama, and that the team need to be very smart and very clever and manage situations. And so whether you're on the ball or off the ball, they have to manage that, and that exactly is the warning there from Didi Dramani to the Hartlepool players in this game. And now they're trying to be a little bit positive in this game. That's going to be their hallmark. And a bit of a very solid team. Manomate here for Medeama. CEO is looking for Salam. Gets the ball down his chest. Finds speed and Kamaldini again. He's been held. That's Salam. It's going to be another yellow card. And 2 yellow cards being flashed out to other players. And this one goes to Ransford Mensah.
That was quite nasty there from Maxwell Mensah. He just went to stamp on the heel of Salam. It was quite silly from Ransford. Very unfortunate decision there to go right onto the heel of Abdul Salam. You can understand why he's in pain. A bit of frustration setting in there for some of the Hartlepool players.
We see Asmani yellow card. And now Ransford Mensah, good players of Hartlepool. Kept the momentum very tight in this game there for Medeama SC. They don't want to go wrong in this game. They want to play a part and want to see the side maintain a very strong play in the Premier League. Kelvin Nkrumah here. Let me get out of play by Hartlepool. Medeama and Ibrahim Tanko said the team was going to keep you going 13 games unbeaten. Hearts of Oak now have a far just halfway. Kusi Asma in the midfield area. Karim sends it deep down to the far post where Fanny picks it up here for Hearts of Oak, and then Senna looking forward to seeing Abdul Karim there for Hearts of Oak. Duku sends it back now. An Australian play, and the poor Franny just couldn't quite get to the intended target, Mauliwayo. Almost down the first 45 minutes here at the TNA Park. Still goalless between Medeama and Hearts of Oak.
The intensity with which Medeama started creating opportunities, forcing Abbasin to save. That's been neutralized by the Phobians, and that is clearly what they wanted to do.
Well, the Phobians are looking onto the Premier League table and seeing how best they can move up after. Oh, now Medeama now in trouble. It's definitely going to be the time for Hearts of Oak to see if they can post the goal here. And Hamza Issa couldn't get the target right. Playing from the back has always been a nightmare for some centre-backs there. But Muzi Taylor just lost concentration momentarily. And Hamza Issa nearly punished Medeama for that.
You can be doing that when you have Hamza Issa always lurking around, trying to capitalize on loose balls. You can understand why a lot in the team trying to give him confidence.
Sibe always coming in with a hefty one there for the Phobians. The fans are looking for the ball there. I don't think they have seen it. It's
Well,
back
they
on
have
the
to
field
pick it
now.
outside the stadium. That's a new ball.
But again, they have another chance going forward there. Hearts of Oak, and Yofran Tuku in the box waiting is Hamza. Bios is equally there, and then Mauliwayo just heading it wide. Two attacking play from the Phobians. Quality ball there from Frantuku. Mauliwayo soaring above Mano Mate, and behind him was Kamardini, but he never lost concentration. He just came in and went high to pick the ball.
That was swift break there from Hearts of Oak, spreading play to the right hand side. Frantuku not spending too much time whipping that one in. Mauliwayo realizing that gap, decided to go for it, but there was no way he was going to have a clean connection with Manuel Mante. Close by, you can understand why Masudi Dramani scratching his head, thinking of different ways to break down the Medeama team and have lots more opportunities. But the Yellow and Mauve need to be careful. They've started living a bit dangerously, giving the balls away in crucial positions in their own defensive area.
Sulemana from Medeama picking it up. Kinsley Bright. Good turn there from him. The centre forward. Finds Sulemana here charging on the left hand side. Also waiting is lovely work there from Sulemana. Cross the ball in, and Sibe coming into the rescue for the Phobians and get the ball away for a corner kick advantage there for Medeama.
That was quite impressive there. Fatau tearing away from Amankwa Befi. Good whip there. Sibe knowing that would have been very dangerous. Had to just clear that ball unorthodox. That is one thing the Phobians love about him. He puts his ball on the line. In every attempt he finds a bit threatening.
Kick now. Medeama. Meantime, a play of Hearts of Oak reeling under some bit of pain there. Needs to be attended to by the medics over the side.
Understand lots of shoving, pushing in there. A bit of aggression. Because Yesma says he's okay. And the referee, Nathan Anafu,
Talk about the game here, and the fans are always enjoying almost every bit of it. We do 3 minutes of additional time. We pick his signals for that, and another corner kick to the near post. The goalkeeper just comes out, which is always alert and alive. Anytime balls are whipped into the box there, and talked about the fact that he was pushed. But the referee sees nothing wrong with the attacking play in the box there, but that's the territory of the goalkeeper sometimes. Still a bit clumsy and cloudy. It's a set piece advantage there for oppositions.
Obviously, you can understand him. He needs a bit of a cover there.
Mano Mate just going in for that ball there. It's going to be given a chance to do so. I tell you what, Hartlepool were the very first team to secure the 3-point here at the TNA Park when they won 2-0 last season's encounter. It's been an interesting scenario there for the Phobians is that they into this game with 8 players out either by injury or some cards. I just talked about the George Pago situation where he's down with 3 yellow card suspension. Hussein Mohammed, Rafael Ponsa, Steven Apiasari, Manuel Malpa, and George Pago, Benjamin Asari, all of them out of this game. The Phobians are tweaking to the setup there. Another foul there. Salim. Salam Abdul has been pretty much busy for Medeama this afternoon.
Very much busy. He fights for every high or low. It is. But it's given the Hartlepool defense a bit of a problem in dealing with him.
There are some games that Medeama really have played here and hasn't really yielded to the sort of game that you're looking for. Martin Nkrumah and Kelvin Nkrumah once again in the box. 2 minute touches. And talked about the handball scenario there for the fans. Okay, you're looking at Hamza, and now it's just Mubarak will commit a foul. Both teams attacking the referee and trying to make their argument head. Do they have an argument?
You can understand that was very technical fouling there, but Kelvin Nkrumah very weighty. He goes through the smaller space and avenue you offer him. But that was clearly not a handball.
But the other argument is, was Mubarak the last person to...
That should have been a yellow card.
Yes, that's the point.
That should have been a yellow card.
I
think it's about the inconsistencies.
Yeah.
It's the reason why the Phobians are complaining. Nathan Nafo.
Here comes Nkrumah. Taylor. Mano Mate. Fatau Sulemana. Charging forward once again. Fatau Sulemana. Oh, lovely play now. And now it is going to be Salim waiting for this one. Well, initially Abdul Salam was looking for a penalty, but Salim kept asking for the ball. He kept shouting until some way, somehow he got it, but it was a bit too late for him.
That was quite an interesting run there from Suleimana, getting the ball to Salam. Great show of strength, keeping the ball still in active play. Kanti leaving it for. This ball should be on target.
So it's been 45 minutes of heavyweight context here at the TNA Park in Tapua. Hartlepool, Medeama SC. Both teams looking to upset each other. Medeama wants to sit top of the Premier League log in the 2026, at least in the Premier League, where they have been pretty exciting. 13 games unbeaten and still counting. Hartlepool certainly have a way of getting themselves back on the Premier League log, but their story hasn't changed now. They go back into the dressing room looking for some bit of respect there from the coaches. Maybe some tactical tweaks will be helping as they walk onto the pitch for the second half. But at half-time here at the TNA Park, Medeama 0, Hartlepool 0.
It's been end-to-end stuff in the game for the first 45 minutes. Both sides huffing and puffing, not creating a lot more decent chances that could have happened. It could have gone either way, and of course could have spelled doom for the receiving team. But it's halftime, and we'll find out quickly from the bench their reactions as we also delve into some of the talking points in the very first 45 minutes of the game. But clearly and without a doubt, it is easy to show. Coach, have we been impressed?
I think that it's been cool for both teams. I mean, they both started slowly. And I think Medeama has had more possession in the half of Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
But Hearts of Oak, Frank Duku and then Maulu Wayo are not in the game. So there's no support for Hamza Issa, who is leading the attack for Hearts of Oak. But I think that Ali Mohammed and Osei Sibe has done a very good job on the front runners of Medeama. Because Medeama is having full control of the midfield because Kwesi Asma is out of the game. Probably maybe the yellow card that he received, he's not doing what he's supposed to do on the field of play. Because when they lose possession, he's supposed to assist upon Fane to have two pivots in front of the back line so that Karim will be in front of them, who will be able to give the incisive pass. But those things are not going, and I think that Didi Dramani needs to look at that. But for Medeama, they are possessing very well, they are holding on to the ball very well, but their transition to the final third of Hearts of Oak has been very slow, and that has been a problem.
Is it because they may not have had a clear hold of the game, and therefore they are missing some of those chances? Because some of them we saw and they were clear that Medeama could have hit the target.
Okay, you're talking about target. They've had 3 shots on target in the game, and we spoke about the importance of goalkeeping in this particular game, and 2 of the goalkeepers made quite some good save. You saw the Hamza Issa strike, though he didn't get a full shot on the ball. You know, Felix Che was able to save that. Then we saw Agbesi as well, and off camera we were discussing his area ability, and comparing both Benjamin Asari and Solomon Agbesi. Agbesi looks very solid with those area balls. But then you look at ball possession, Medeama have dominated at 65% possession of the ball to 35% of Accra Hearts of Oak. They've been very, very. Look at what they've done in midfield. You know, Salim, Fuzi Taylor, they've been dominating. And I'll be very surprised to see what's the name? The 25 set for Hearts of Oak. I've forgotten his name. I was very surprised to see him play the entire duration of the game.
You talk of Kwesi Asma?
Kwesi Asma, because he's having an awful game. Yeah, I don't know why he's playing more. I don't want to talk about Frank Duka. Because
all right, let me pause you there because we need to catch up very quick with our sponsors. So we'll do a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the discussion here in the studio. Also, do stand by. We'll have the technical reviews from the first 45 minutes at the end of the commercial break. We'll be back shortly.
Drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
I want to watch them out.
Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Dombote? The general lifting up trophies. Stephen Odo is orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game. It's our pride. and you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
Welcome to Matchday.
Babe, we sending messages.
Hey Jerry, this is your phone pill. What is this?
Babe, relax. Today is the day I turn water into wine. We're in the promised land. Matchday is here to save us, okay? Don't worry, I'm coming.
Make sure you don't embarrass me like you did the other time at the chopper. Oh, Mama, hopefully I am pulling.
Hey, it's a boy.
Message,
welcome to Matchday.
You're welcome to Matchday, Ghana's #1 electronic retail store with brands like Techno, Itel, Infinix, iPhone, Oraimo, Edifier, and Cynics. We have over 40 shops nationwide, a convenient payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery. How may I help you?
You know, my queen deserves the best. Show me your top gadget here. Now you need the
that was the same thing you said at the shoe shop the other time. I heard Chaliwate P. Jerry!
Madam, don't worry. At Matchday, we have everything for everyone and every budget.
Babe, imagine our anniversary selfies with this Techno Camon 30S. Everybody would think that we are Ghana's Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Welcome to Matchday.
Power couple, papa.
Power couple, our phone into me power.
Matchday. Two payment plans for us.
Oh yes, you can pay in installments.
Hey, Yakuya, and who said this is your?
At Matchday, we've got it all. Mobile phones, smart TVs, air conditioners, kettles, microwaves, blenders, and more.
What's your payment plan? When are you going to start chasing me for it?
Relax, Jerry. Matchday makes it convenient for everybody. You can pay daily, weekly, or monthly. Just focus in making Madam happy. That's all.
With over 40 shops nationwide, flexible payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery.
Welcome to Matchday. Welcome to Matchday.
Welcome back from the break. Many thanks for sticking and staying with us. We are just about getting ourselves ready to delve into the second 45 minutes of the game. It's been a topsy-turvy first half, quite eventful, but a lot of missed chances here and there. Teams could have done much better. Some of the players have also shown, the tenacity to move into open spaces and take the daring moments on. But again, it hasn't worked to perfection. Still with me in the studio, I've got Felix Romark here with Coach Sifa. We're taking a look at what exactly we think may happen in the second 45 minutes. We'll be bringing you the views of the technical bench at halftime, first 45 minutes. We'll also share with you the results from the other venues as we continue with our discussion. So, getting into the second 45, and we've seen the performance of the two teams. We've seen the quality. Some players have been daring enough, but I still feel that both teams could have done much better. And Felix, I don't know whether it is because it was just the first 45, so they sit back, relax, wait for the second 45. At least they've seen the opposition they have, so they know what they can do.
Well, earlier on, I told you before the start of the game that I expect the first 45 minutes to end in the draw game with,
change. Is it the system or personnel?
And even Amu, I feel the referee. I feel the referee. Maybe VAR would have checked if it was the last man in defense for that particular tackle, but it should have been a bookable offense. And we could hear the commentators also stressing the point that should have been a bookable offense. So the inconsistency of officiating, I totally agree with Giselle there. And then also with Medeama, I think that they've created a lot of better chances, 3 shots on target, but they really need to improve if they want to pick the maximum points.
Coach?
Well, I think that Gazelle have said what he have seen on the field of play. We've all witnesses. Officiating at a point, I was telling fellas that the referee needs to, because there was one instance where I felt that he should have let the player go, but he decided to show the House of Folk player a card and all that. Apart from that, for Medeama, yes, you see the players are overdoing things within especially the final test, especially in Nkrumah. Balls that he can release on time for his colleague to able to shoot or probably get into space, he tries to hold on. The same as Salim Adams in Milford, because he's trying to create to shoot. But I think that when he uses his colleagues to create that space, that will really help him to be able to do well. So I wasn't surprised when the assistant coach was talking about they are going to improve upon what they are doing, but not to change the personnel. That's the Mumutala asked him.
Okay. Well, so we are in and out of the TNA Stadium today, but interesting results are being recorded from the other venues. Let's take a look. And these are the halftime results we have so far. It's goalless at the TNA Stadium. Swedru All Blacks are leading Kotoko by 2-1, 61 minutes played in the game. Nations and Karela are still stalemate together with Dreams and Baseke Holy Stars. Let's take a look at 11 Wonders Gold Stars. And there are 5 goals in the match already, 61 minutes gone. Gold Stars are leading by 3-2. Bechem United are leading Brekum Chelsea 1-0 at home. Vision have picked up an away goal at the expense of Adriana FC in Doma. The 61 minutes played is Young Apostles who are trailing FC Samatex. Samatex comfortable at home at this time and at this stage. They're leading by 2-0. Fair results?
Yeah,
shocking result.
Especially the Diana one. And I think what's the name? Bechem United, because I felt that they are not playing quite well. But what this does to the table now, should the games end this way, means that the defending league champions, the Benin Gold Stars, who go top of the log. And I'm sure that the Diana and Hearts have watched the results at halftime and say, no, guys, we are not where we want to be. Exactly. Let's go out there and pick the maximum point. But it's a good result for Brekum Chelsea. It means that they are swapping places on the bottom of the log with Bechem United. Yes. So, but in the Ghana Premier League, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of wonders that can happen. So let's see how it goes.
You know, but it's strange that Bechem United, one of the few teams I thought would perform creditably this season, they're not seeing the light of the day.
Yeah, I think that they have issues with technical.
Oh, really?
Coach Ebisa, the last 3 games has Manaya is having issues. In their last game that they lost, he nearly attacked the goalkeeper, and it's been a lot of issues. So the goalkeeper has also refused to be imposed for. So as we speak, Bechem is looking for a goalkeeper to register in this second window. And for me, I wasn't because I watched their game against Medeama, and I felt that look, they should have even won that game in Dakwa.
I see.
They have the likes of Tompo, you have the likes of Franka Mankwa, you have the likes of Augustine Okra. I mean, these are guys, and you have a champion guy in their center of defense. They are very good side. And for me, I think that Bechem United need to sit up and then probably analyze their team. And if they should have an orientation with the players, they should do. Apart from that, Bechem is a fine team. I mean, though they lost 6 to Kumasi and Santo Kotoko, you could clearly see that, look, they should have even gotten at least 2 goals within the first 10 minutes against Kumasi and Santo Kotoko. Lack of inexperience and, of course, concentration at the back line gave Kotoko, and Kotoko took their chances. And for me, I believe that, look, Bechem United can come back. For Brekum, Chelsea has not won a game away from Brekum, and he's struggling. And if
he's not got that quality in his team.
No, you see, the unfortunate thing is they transfer about 9 key players, including the goalkeeper, Stephen Amankuna. They have 3 of their players with Diana. Their captains, Zakaria Fuseni, and then So with the 9 players that exited, yes, Kosi Soloto is doing very well. I think they have who played for Nations and House of Folk. They have Oforempi in Gopo. They have Vincent Eje. They have Benjamin Abedu. These are guys on a very good day who give you something. But I think that Samuel Bodu himself also needs to study the opponents very well. I've said that, look, in our Ghana Premier League, if you know your opponents, half of the job is done before you even go onto the pitch.
Onto the field of play. Okay. Let's come back to TNA because the action is where it is. And the next 45 minutes will be starting pretty shortly. What should we look out for? Or what are your expectations from the technical benches in the second 45?
I'm expecting Medeama to up in the final third of House of Folk half.
Okay.
And also expecting House of Folk to do a tactical change, especially within the method. Apart from if they're not able to do that, especially the role Asma is playing, he's on card. And the role that he's playing, he's not comfortable playing that role. Because Asma is not an offensive player. And more also giving him at the number 10 to be able to play as an auxiliary for Hamza Issa, it's not working. So it's up to Afrani. Okay. Afrani has sat deep because Medeama is having more players on the half. So it's left with only Abdul Karim, who cannot handle this Fuzi guy, Salim, and of course Manu Mante.
So unfortunately, we'll have to switch back to the stadium because the second half is just about kicking off. Join us again at full time.
There from Ashanti Gold, Gpl Mines, and so they certainly are going to be the headline sponsors of Medeama this season, at least for yet another opportunity for them to come out and see if they can win the title there. Salim would obviously get a chance to send a crossfield pass to the far post there, and then looking forward to getting the balls into the box there. Manu Mate has had his chance being blocked. And you're looking to how these two teams are looking to advertise something. And again, might create some problem. And this is exactly how Medeama started the first half, and back in the second half doing same. And now they have to get Abdul Karim, send the ball down to left-hand side, looking for Mauli Wire to pick it up here for Accra Hearts of Oak. Right in front of him is Nkrumah, goes running Nkrumah, and the referee eventually calls that to be a foul there against Kelvin Nkrumah.
With respect a lot from Medeama SC in the second half, a lot more intensity, being much more direct, not delaying with the final pass. But we want to hit that intensity to finish the final minute of the first half with as early as they can. But ask yourself how would have to also repel that intention and intensity from Medeama team. They haven't really had a very good day, but look at the Phobians away. Anything to frustrate opponents to get a point is enough when they're on the road.
Both teams remain unchanged after the break, and again, they want to come in here with a free kick. Going to jump down and expect to see a lot of work there from Ayers ball into the box, and Medeama will have Salim Adams dealing with it. And now it's going to be a very long drive there from Befi. He didn't quite get to the intended target, but again, there's a real opportunity there for Befi now to try his luck from afar.
He was quite a very decent head there from Befi. They're the very best of balance for him, and it was always rising with the technique he adopted. Can also understand Bray was close to him, making sure he was not going to have a clean head to that ball.
Medeama scored 10 goals within the last 10 games, with Hearts also scoring 10 goals as well. None of the last 10 matches between the two sides have ever ended in a draw, with Medeama always winning 4 and Hearts of picking 6 wins. There's a battle of the top teams, with Medeama second on the league log, 31 points there, but just a point above Asante Kodoko, who are currently trailing All Blacks in a sway draw. Hearts of Oak certainly want to leave themselves about the 5th position. And they have a chance of still giving hope to the fans that they have a chance of winning the Premier League title. Lovely play here, lovely piece of work there from Abdul Karim.
He's quite an enterprising player, very intelligent, quick, witty. At times you expect him to create a lot more. Understand, he battled with injuries in the start of the season, trying to pick up again to a number of inconsistent pairing. It's either he's with Hussein today, the next day he's with.
The ball is another tussle for the ball there. To hit the hand of Mubarak again. Anaf was very close to the action and will play on.
It was quite clear that was a handball.
Abdul Karim, and now it is going to be Mubarak's clearance. Comes here to Manu Mate, looking to pick a pass there to Mardini. Couldn't quite get to him. Now it's going to be Asma. Finds Rasul Mensah on the left-hand side, and driving it back to Ali Mohammed here for Hearts of Oak, and Abdul Karim pick it up in midfield. The Phobians beginning to control the game here. Befi, good work there from the right forward back, and again a little bit of a clip there. And they're trying to signal to the referee that there should be a yellow card offence.
Very good gather there by Befi, cleverly get to pass his man. I think Anafo is being a bit lenient with the Medeama SC team. They've been making a number of tackles. Yeah, they've been making a number of tackles. I think a yellow card worthy, but they've been spared.
The ball into the box, Mubarak with a clearance here for Medeama. To get themselves into very dangerous areas. You see, they can punish Medeama SC.
They're gradually gathering lots of confidence, getting into the last third of the pitch, where they can be a bit more lethal. But Medeama have also done well in trying to make sure they stop all those attacks. through captain Mubarak.
Extension of the arm there, and you definitely are looking to see how they charge forward here. The Kamardini going in, another tackle here from Maliwayo and the assistant referee on the far side there, Isaac Asante. There's a foul here with his flag up against Maliwayo. Really disagreeing with the assistant referee, Isaac Asante. So again, he had a clean touch on the ball there, but the assistant referee said no.
You can clearly understand him. It was a very good recovery there from Maliwayo, sweeping the ball off the foot of the Medeama SC player. Thought he had a clean win. The assistant referee was very much close. He could determine whether there was a foul before that, but from what I said, that was a very good recovery.
Ball into the box once again. Agbashi comes out. It's going to be Medeama's corner. Again, most of the balls have been going long, and Agbashi has always been dealing with the situation.
You see, it's quite dangerous. Beautifully whipped in there by the SB, and upon Franny combining to make that clearance.
Play of the side there, it's a lot of a run in the box, trying to see exactly what be working by the two players. Good teams on the pitch, so it's difficult to deal with it. Ball in the box once again. Hartog just out, the goalkeeper spilling it, and Fatau Sulemana skies that a chance, that opportunity. Really falling to this man. He's worked so hard and denied.
Not the kind of goal mouth Melise you would expect. It fell to Mubarak. It was quite close. That ball came off Fatau and just on the 10. Not a complete 10. He skied that from close range. You'd expect that to hit the target. But he can also blame him with an array of men in front of him. He's trying to avoid hitting the player instead of hitting the target. But unfortunately, he skied that.
Again, you now expect to see a lot of work there from the left full back, who is able to hit the ball there, but just hit the side of his foot there, on the side of it. Get the right angle to get a shot in. Again, the advertiser crossed into the box, again hit the ball with the inside of his foot there, and that's always going to go different direction there, even if it's intention to get the ball into a very good swinging area.
He probably had to take his time and whipping that one in. Just wanted to get it in first time with that pass.
Felix Chase ball in. Ball down to Fatau Sulemana here to pick it up for Medeama, and has a Sibe to contend with. It's Sibe again standing tall to prevent him from doing that. And the smile on the face of Sibe tells you he's won the battle now.
Exactly, very intelligent, took his time, just read the body language.
And now, again, how many of those chances would they have there? Absolutely disappointing from Kingsley Bry.
You'd expect him to get onto the end of that. The ball had evaded Ali Mohammed. You see, leg him at far post. This has been the most distant delivery seen from Fuzi all game. Ali miscalculated that and nearly cost his team the opener.
Partey. And now going to be a chance now for Kingsley Bry. Kingsley Bry here hits it. Can't saw the player out of hook, and now Medeama again can't go past Agbashi.
You need more than 100% to beat this goalkeeper. Cleanly hit low. The sharp reflex is going down low to make that save.
Still continue the onslaught against Hartford. Tell you what, Medeama AC have kept 7 clean sheets through the season, all by Felix J. But Hearts of Oak have 12 clean sheets. Suleiman Abwashi with 6 of them. Benjamin Sarr with 6 as well. Abdul Sharab also coming in. But I tell you, Benjamin Sarr kept 5 clean sheets there for Hearts of Oak. And these the two sides playing their part, and the goalkeepers have come to the rescue.
I don't envy Najao Issa's position at all, having 2 great goalkeepers.
And that Kingsley Bryan now for Medeama. In the box waiting is Abdul Salam. Bryan again against SCB. And the centre back is always there, ever present. Kevin Osesibe, all the time, is able to win the 1v1 duels.
That was very much intelligent from him there, but Kingsley Bryan seemed to have gotten the better out of him. Sibe had to just go through the man in winning the ball. Nathan Anafo close to the action. Wasn't going to allow that to slide.
Well, got that one to be a free kick advantage, Medeama AC. Two-man wall there, Hamza again, and Mauluwayo just Taylor behind the ball. And we expect to see exactly what he's able to put together there for Medeama. In the box waiting is Suleimana, and his yellow card to Hearts of Oak, Abdul Karim, and Medeama's Fatau Suleimana. 3 yellow cards to Hearts of Oak players in the game. First player to a book was Chrissy Asma, and then Ransford Mensah, and now it's Abdul Karim. And the yellow card now to Fatau Suleimana, the left full back for the MRC.
So it's quite getting a bit ragged in there, you can understand. But Fatau is a bit worried. He plays down the flank where Mauluwayo will be threading a lot more.
Now it's going to be yet another advertised set piece very close to the box now, and Fully Taylor's ball whipped in, is being headed out by Asma. Bafi also coming into the picture. Onomate dropped the ball down quickly, gets a reverse of the ball there. Another ball whipped into the box and be headed out of play. Still goalless here, 5 minutes or so into the game between Medeama and Hearts of Oak.
Respect Mubarak to be getting a lot more power behind that ball. It was quite beautifully whipping there, lots of players in there.
And so the confirmation of the yellow card. Duku. Judge foul there. Suleimana there. Fatau is really hard done the entire game here. The first 45 minutes, it's seeing him running ragged on the flanks, trying to get his teammates in a very good position to get to score. And that hasn't worked out. Well, so you do see how these teams are coming out in the Premier League, and how both teams are expected to work hard. Hearts of Oak now charging forward. Duku. He's got stopped in the tracks there. Good to play that from Mubarak from the DMRC. Now Suleimana picks the pieces. And Hearts of Oak have been unbeaten in the last 3 Premier League matches. Interesting results also coming in the Premier League as well. It's 11 wonders 2, Ibiani Gold Stars 3. Dreams FC leading Betsika Holy Stars by a goal to 0. And still All Blacks lead Asante Kodoko by 2 goals to 1. And it's still goalless here in Takwa. It'll be a huge win there for All Blacks against Kotoko. And the scoreline remains the same there.
It's going to be quite a result they wanted.
And again, the Vienna Stars at home, surprisingly, losing to Vision FC, and Mitcham United leading Brecum Chelsea by a goal to 0, and then Samates leading Young Apostles by 2 goals to 0 as well.
Interesting results in there, but quite a game. The Phobians have actually tried their very best to make sure they also get a number of opportunities. They've quite dealt with the threat of Medeama brilliantly.
Ali Mohammed, good interception there from Ali Mohammed. Gets Mauluwayo in a very good place and finds support in Hamza. Again is Mubarak Yusuf with a block. Back to Hamza. Here comes the Phobians. Possessing and getting it out there. Kingsley Bry. Trying to go with a bit of a skills there, and he nearly came out with a mistake, but advantage for him to pick it up.
Got a bit of lapse of concentration there. Yaman Kwabefi getting himself in.
Taking signal, Hearts of Oak are making a change now. It's Frank Duku's time on the pitch is over there. In comes Henry Kweku Boateng. Trying to get some of the speed in the attacking play there, Di Dramani.
Looks more like still bringing someone who can just play just behind Hamza Issa to create a lot more. But it will be playing down from the right-hand side.
Can't expect to see some of the work there. Kingsley Bry is being bit into it. And here comes Mauluwayo. Charging forward is Hamza Issa. In the middle also waiting is Asma. And Mauluwayo giving a pass here. Medeama would have the momentum and composure on at the back to win back almost all the 50-50 balls. It's Mardini who's been working hard on the right full back position and always doing his work. And Kingsley Bry here. Pretty much busy in the afternoon here. Kingsley Bry is just living up as the only man up front is Salam Abdul. Kingsley Bry going around two players, stuck in his tracks there, but the referee says no. Henry Kweku Boateng for Hearts of Oak. Looking for Hamza, but Jacob Amu picks it up there for Medeama. Another quality interception there for Medeama and Hearts of Oak. A huge contest of agility, of mentality, and of almost everything in football. Tactically trying to outweigh and outsmart each other. That's Fuzi Taylor. Salam. And Salim has been brought down by Sibe, and a free kick advantage there for Medeama.
A high for there. Salim clearly knew when Sibe was going to come by. He's first to the ball. I'm sure Sibe understands. That was too high of his foot there.
11 fouls there for Medeama, 24 of that's going to Hearts of Oak. Really tells you how exciting this game probably has been.
A lot of aggression in this game. Nathan Nafo has quite dealt with how many cards we're expecting him to be flashing out the cards.
Hearts of Oak have visited Medeama on 13 occasions, with 3 of those visits ending in a draw. Medeama picking 9 wins and Hearts of Oak only 3 wins in the 2024, 2023 and 2016 season. It's always been a very tough ground there for the Phobians, but sometimes they're able to pick up wins, surprise almost everybody. Salim will elect himself to pick it up. Yusuf is there. We have Fuzi Taylor also there. And now Suleimana. Salim. Fuzi Taylor. Ah! Oh! What a save there from Agbashi. Once again, standing tall to prevent Medeama from getting the goal here.
Excellent goalkeeping there, dignifying that effort from Fuzi Taylor with an equally brilliant save. Look at that web. Lots of curl there, going past that wall. Mauluwayo and Abasi stretching to his elastic limit to push that ball away for a corner kick. Excellent goalkeeping.
Man who replaces Benjamin Asari kept 6 clean sheets there for Hearts of Oak, and this man is gradually becoming the fan favorite there for the Phobians.
It's going to be quite difficult. Benjamin Asari making his return, who keeps the post, who sits on the bench. You wouldn't want to flatten a goalkeeper who's gathered this. Lots of momentum, keeping clean sheets and performing creditably well. Same as the #1 and captain of the team, would have done. Didi Dramani and Najao Issa will be in the dilemma.
Now, another opportunity for Medeama to get themselves in there. Agbashi comes out. A lot of pushing and shoving. Another corner kick advantage there to the home side. Medeama IC. I'll tell you what, it's exciting encounter this afternoon here. And Takwan, another whip into the box. You did see that. And you can see was just in there. SCB, Mauliwai, all of them in the forest of defensive play onto the crossbar, and now we headed back into the goal area, and Agbashi will have to pick it up.
Very strong hands there, good show from Solomon Abachi, punching that away. The first attempt preventing Mubarak and Amu a step forward to have anything on that.
Again, you just mentioned the both teams, and looking forward to seeing how they come in. Still goalless here in Takwa. Here, they'll keep picking it up. Very quick hook. Just put into it. Salim Arnabs and Chris Lebray also giving the ball away. Hamza Issa. Again, the team trying to make each other and attempt to get the attacking play on. There comes Felix Che. Mauliwayo in the box. It's going to be Hamza Issa. Mauliwayo again. Lays it down for a corner kick.
Brilliant display there from Manu Mante, putting his body right there and stopping that. Wayaniu could have had a more decent web into the area where Hamza Issa was waiting. Out of hook look dangerous any moment. They come into the game after Medeama's load of pressure.
Ball into the box now. Same hands it out. CB comes in as well. Good play now, Ali Mohammed. Sets it to the far post. A little bit of a push there before Hamza Issa tried the bicycle kick there for Hartlepool.
Mauliwayo knew exactly what he wanted to do, but there was no way he was going to get that without having a tap on the back of Kamaradini Mahmoudou. That's clearly a push.
And now it's going to be Hartlepool with a chance to see if they can get the first goal. Abdul Karim, pretty wide. Just a very good chance there for the Phobians to go ahead.
Medeama leaving very dangerously. Hartlepool winning possession. Good space. Fuzi Taylor once again. High press. Hamza Issa laying it off. The silver played for Abdul Karim, and in these positions with his quality, he should at least wake the goalkeeper, Felix Che.
Phobians now moving. SB and Asma. Asma sends in again, and Mubarak's header here. And Che, he's been pushed in the box now. 2 times having a bit of a heavy work there with Mauliwayo.
So Felix Che there with a very good fist there. Henry Kwakubuate wanted to get a connection to that, but it was just too weak. And while you get in into the goalkeeper's area, causing a bit of trouble for him.
It's Lebray. Slimana waiting. They have to challenge it for Hartlepool. For handball call there, but certainly got tackle and they got control there according to referee, and now Hamza Issa It's Sulemana. Here comes Abdul Salam. V1 turns round. Kevin Smith coming in. Lovely pass now to Salim Adams. Pushed away for a corner kick. Agbashi once again. And they're having some bit of a tarry time dealing with Radford Mensah. Close the gap. Close the gap. Don't just allow the spaces.
Clearly, you could understand why, Basi. There was too much space. Too much space for Salim, and knowing the venom he carries in his right foot, was always going to hit that one from that distance. But Abasi was brilliant to make that save with the ball bouncing right in front of him.
Corner kick now. And it's been taken into the box. Ransford Mensah coming, Agbashi to the rescue of Hearts of Oak.
Firm hands there from Solomon Abashi. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, making that quick block and the save.
The substitution eventually confirmed. Kingsley Bry has been withdrawn for Richard Appiah to replace him. Derek Forjo be given the chance to come in ahead of Kevin Nkrumah, has been pretty much quiet in this afternoon's game.
You clearly understand he hasn't been allowed that opportunity to drive the ball away. Derek Forjo also carries that skill, that pace to trouble down the left-hand side of Medeama's attack. See Richard Appiah, an interesting chap, also with pace. Now that Ransford Mensah is tired, he can give him some trouble.
Forjo. First touch of the ball since his introduction. Mano Mate here. Looking for opportunity. Drags the ball to the left-hand side. Forjo goes into the box. Forjo. And that would not count for a penalty. The fans really shouting for that, but obviously would not be given that call there. Referee Anafo, too much experience to know that that certainly was not going to be a little bit of a touch there.
There was no way he was going to get a penalty for that.
That was not enough to get a penalty.
There's no way he was going to get a penalty for that.
Not at all.
Why not stay on your feet?
Not
Try to whip in across. It's quite poor from Derek Forjo with his
just
experience.
looking for the touch. He was just looking for the slightest touch there.
You want to get the ball into the penalty area, the goalkeeper's area, to the edge of the two boxes for a player to latch onto.
Kisiasma here again. Advertiser on board the box looking for some bit of a respite here. Abdul Karim drops the ball down. Mano Mate. How's Derek Forjo? Oh, lovely pass now. Gets another return. Forjo on the left-hand side. Standing very tall there is Bayfi. That's a disappointing play there from Duku. I was expecting a lot from him. Hasn't really lived up to his position. Kelvin says to be clearance.
Couldn't understand. He hasn't really had the time that he had during the preseason.
Possession in favour of Medeama now.
They've been the most dominant side, the more dominant team, creating opportunities and carrying the ball a lot more.
Into the box now. Salim with a chance. Salim! Powerful strike! The former Hatterford player punishes his former teammate with a sublime goal there. Salim Adams has opened the scoring here. And the ecstasy is a different planet. Medeama 1, Hearts 0.
You were expecting that. Richard Appiah doing everything that he had to do. Ransford Mensah on a yellow card. He took the ball to him. Enough pace. Brilliant skill. Highly composed. Look at that. Waited, bit his time. The cutback beautifully controlled by Salim. He picked the spot, and it was a powerful drive beyond the reach of goalkeeper Abati. Richard Appiah making every move and intent clear. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Look at that touch from Salim. He bet his time, paid his spot, and the ball going through the two defenders, Hosea Sibe and Ali Mohammed. Brilliant goal and an opener for Medeama SC.
The man of the moment, Salim Adams, the man who said the team was not under any pressure. And he has opened the scoring here for Medeama SC. This is an exciting moment there for the home side. They have been expecting the goals. They tried it in the first half, never was successful. They've tried it in the second half, and it's worked out.
And these were the moments we were always looking for, that it was going to be the best pick-outs for the team. Richard Appiah watched, and I'm sure he identified the loose ends. Ibrahim Tanko very much happy. Instant response and impact by his substitutes.
Well, again, you have two players out. Maliwayo being replaced there with a Subonting, and also having Kwesi Asma out for Theophilus Collison, who started against Samantex. I'll tell you what, All Blacks beating Asante Kotoko by 2-1 in Swedro. The biggest news of week 17. As All Blacks picking wins at home, it's a confirmation of the substitution. Maliwayo and Kwesi Asma out for Subonting and Theophilus Collison.
Edoka Subonting coming in from Maliwayo, like-for-like substitution. Collison brings in a lot more quality, a lot more creativity. The intent of Didi Dramani to go all out.
Hansebook making yet another change there with Prince Owusu Kabna coming in to replace Hamza Issa.
Well, he hasn't really glittered. He was expected to boost the heart to foot forward. The former BBN Gold Stars man hasn't really sparked to life.
To the far post now, CB brings the ball out, and Mubarak's header. Medeama defending gallantly with their lives now. It's going to be a huge chance on the ball there. Davey finds space, gets the ball to Agbasi. I tell you what, it's going to be 11 games with 2 goals there for Salim Adams for Medeama SC. And the unbeaten run in the Premier League continues there if this game stays the same with the scoreline.
He wouldn't have wanted any game to add to his tally more than this particular game. He's played quite decent, not really imposing. But when it mattered most, he showed up and he made sure he found the target.
It's been a very torrid time here for Antwerp, very hostile ground. They have worked out and continue to play their ultimate best in the game. I was always expecting to see how their display would be. Sibe, Ali Mohammed now.
I think Hatofok will need to push a lot more forward, but also thinking about opening up the space at the rear. Not willing to commit too much. Not willing to add a second goal that will make the challenge a tough one for them.
Fuzi Taylor has had his day in the game there for Jakwashu. Godwin to replace him, and on the back of the goal scorer, Salim Adams there. I'll tell you what, and I'm going to tell you what Salim Adams says. And before the game he says, I'm just meeting old friends and I'm well motivated to face them because of the squad we have and the quality we have there. There's no pressure on us. And that is the man with the calmness and composure in getting the goal there for Medeama FC, Salim Adams. In the box, there was no pressure.
That was very well composed of him. He took his time, not in a rush, knew exactly where to place that ball. You can clearly see he's playing the game without any pressure.
Position again for the home side. 10 minutes to go there, and so Medeama lead Hearts of Oak by a goal to nil, plus additional time. And referee Nathan Anafo has had a very interesting game this afternoon, hasn't he?
It's been quite interesting. He hasn't had total control of the game. Number of things and decisions haven't been clear. He's made a number of questionable calls. I'm sure he needs to up his game. What team certainly would not be satisfied, especially Hearts of Oak. They'll feel hard done by a lot of his decisions that haven't gone their way.
Front it for Hearts of Oak. Obviously looking for some opportunities just in front of the Medeama penalty area. Another crossfield pass onto the right hand side in the box now waiting. And Osei goes to ground. He's looking for the touch there from Sulemana. And Befi picks the pieces up for Hearts of Oak into the box now. Befi goes round Befi and still going. Hearts of Oak have a goal. Well, why did the flag go up? Again, the assistant referee letting again the flag up there. Well, the young players at the point were just motionless. I was a bit surprising there, but the assistant referee here.
There's a closer look at Befi getting past his man for Tau.
But the ball just crossed the line. Yeah, goes out of.
It was out of play.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. Medeama again gives the ball away. Hearts of Oak just may have a chance to get the equalizing goal. Bit of a exciting moment with the introduction of a Prince Kwabena Usu. Seemed to get a loud boss just in front of the penalty box of Medeama FC.
That was a lapse in concentration there from the captain.
And that's going to be a long drive there from Hearts of Oak's introduction. In the 8 shirt, Theophilus Collison. Now going to kick advantage to Hearts of Oak.
Interesting start to the final 10 minutes of the game. Hearts of Oak pushing very high, looking for that equalizer. Medeama seems to be a bit of 6s and 7s. In the last couple of minutes, trying to defend their lead.
Ball into Bosiche with a fist on the ball. Counts back now. Another long drive from long areas. Henry Boateng.
He had enough time to bring the ball under control. But he decided to go for the volley without the right posture, the right connection, and pressure coming from the Medeama SC players.
Salam Abdul finds Foggio. Medeama trying to push another. Players out there. Sulemana is Foggio. Goes around 3 players. Foggio looking for a link up. Foggio giving a chance. Goes to Ghana. Another free kick advantage to Medeama.
You can understand David Opuanfrani wanted to go in for the ball. Fortunately for him, Foggio was quicker. Very much intelligent. He has the skill to weave his way through. Brilliant touch from him, trying to pick up the return. Opuanfrani was late today in that challenge. The home team will be glad winning these balls in crucial positions, trying to double their lead.
Good chance now for Salim. See if he can double his lead score there for Medeama. He's always been given a chance to go with the long drives. He's got a power to do that. And always looking for that moment against the wall. And with just 5 minutes of additional time to go here at the TNA Park is the man Salim Adams with a goal. And there comes the full-time scoreline here. Vision FC beat Idiona by goal to nil. Surprise scoreline as well. And Bechem United also beating Brickham Chelsea by goal to nil. Samatex also winning 2-0 against Young Apostles. They have 11 Wonders losing at home to BBN Gold Stars by 2-3. And Dreams also beating Basel Gold Stars by 2-0. And then All Blacks beating Asante Kotoko by 2-0. But 2-1. Sulemana. Terry Forger. Oh, to pick it up the roundabout flag was gone up against Japasu. Suleiman. And of course, trying to link up there with Abdul Salam.
We're looking for the long ball, trying to get the ball to the forward. There was an aerial tussling there, so Bontin leaving his arm in that challenge, the elbow into the face of Kamara D. Chasing again. Need to be a bit more diligent, careful with your tackles.
Tell you what, he's been talking about the fact that close ties in these games between Hearts and Medeama, and it's been low scoring contest.
The fine margins do count in these games. You need to take your chances. You need to be as confident as you can and be precise with your efforts. That is what Medeama SC have benefited from, consistently asking questions and being accurate with their balls on target.
For Joe, as Bayfie to contend with. Sulemana. A lovely pass now to Mate. And comes down to Japasu. Kamardini to Salim Adams. Trying to find some bit of work there. And good play up here. Good interception there by Ali Mohammed. And Abdul Karim for Hearts of Oak. Twists and turns there for this young man, and dragging the ball back to Bayfie, the right full back for the Phobians, and largest team forward goes to ground with the tackle there. And referee now for there. So a bit of a phone call to find out the scoreline in other places.
Obviously. And I know that currently Medeama will be sitting comfortably at the summit of the league.
Yeah, but Hearts of Oak losing Kotoko as well. Aegean also losing, no pressure. And that's what Salim has said, continue to say to his teammates.
The Gold Stars will keep the tabs on them, just 2 points away. They also managed to record a victory. But they wouldn't mind, still at the top of the table.
What you expect is that when they get a chance, just take it. That's the only fine margins that gets you going. Yeah, tough time there for Di Dramani there. A lot of extra exciting moment there for Di Dramani, but the Medeama faithfuls are, at least with the sponsorship coming in, they expect to see growth in numbers as well in terms of performance and the ability to win the Premier League title. Medeama is a worrying situation for Hearts of Oak fans as well. The split for them was to see them grow up and see if they can get something going, and there's a lot of a difficult time there for Prince, Kobina Owusu and referee Anafu. But I think the point of departure there from Prince is the fact that Medeama are beginning to slow the game down. Felix J has Prince to deal with. Gets a long ball in. Picking signals, so might be doing 5 minutes at a time in this game between Medeama and Hearts of Oak. There's only a goal scored there by Salim Adams separating the two sides. Meantime, there will be an opportunity now for Theophilus Collison to hit the ball deep into the box now for Felix Che to deal with it. Well, among the two goalkeepers, it seemed to be heading to a clean sheet there for him. And Moses Samar and his team just looking on there, the bankroll of Medeama. See Felix Che now. Apia. Lovely play there from this young man who got introduced into the second half, and that's a confirmation of at a time. Antifolk not done yet, still pushing for a goal yet. Brains coming over to once again into the far side.
We see House of Fox playing 10th. They want to quickly get the ball upfield as early as they can, trying to push for that needed equalizer.
Ball into the box, Felix Che after his line. Not well cleared, but eventually Medeama will be thankful and hit the ball in. Sibe, the last player, the last man to beat at the rail for Hearts of Oak. Always at the right place at the right time. I say Sibe now, Suleiman Patel here. For Joe. Jakwasu. And he's been fouled there, Jakwasu.
That was too much aggression coming in there from Theophilus Collison. And Jakwasu to take advantage of it. It's time. Take all the time in the world to try and have some rest.
Substitution there. Mano Mate has had his time there. Medeama would want to introduce Prince Owusu into the game there.
Enough quality they have. There's a player who can hold on to the ball, weave his way through, create some magical moment.
I'll tell you what, Salim Adams will be going home with the Man of the Match award. Not just for the goal there, but for his performance this afternoon. And I have Artifook trying to throw a lot of men forward. Dashing runs up front. Collison in the heart of midfield. Always Alves want to come into the picture as well. Now this comes Befi. Jakwasu commits a foul.
As a folk edging closer, trying to create a lot more opportunity. You can see they are pushing higher, a lot more intensity, greater intent.
Well, stalemate will be a huge point there for Artifook if he works out to the advantage. In times we're looking to see exactly the point to it picked up. And Collison's ball into the box, and again it's Sibe's header.
I'm not sure Sibe was expecting that. That was a very good delivery for him. We just met him after the failure of Amu and Mubarak to get anything on that. Quite would have been a free head for him.
I tell you what, a little bit of a concern there, where you have situation and the two teams are trying to deal with the situation, and it's always going to be a very cagey moment.
The fans can only be in jubilant mood as they wait for the final whistle. It will be a good start to the season for them. That is exactly what they want to see. Let's see. They want to win the league this season. Enough quality. And they have a very wonderful team. They are just waiting, hoping for that whistle that will end. They came.
There's always going to be...
See a lot of dejection there for Abbasi.
I did say that there's a heavyweight contest and you expect almost everything to happen, from the fans to the team officials. Prior to the game, there's been a lot of talk about what was going to happen here in Medeama, especially the TNA Park between the two sides. And there's obviously going to be a lot of talking to be done there. And the off-field incident, clearly man just trying to manage everything, and it's going to be a red card to one of the technical men of Accra Hearts of Oak. And referee Anafu is having a very Herculean task, trying to cool tempers down here at the TNA Park. But well, there'll be a lot of major talking points as to really what happened off-field. The cameras were not there, you're definitely going to see that, but I can't tell you what specifically happened. But that's the tough times you're definitely going to have as an official.
But these ones don't care, Graham.
No, they don't. It's just a 3-point that they want to see. There's nothing more, nothing less.
I'm sure 4 draws coming to the game, lot of impact. Yeah. It came down the left-hand side of the attack, causing problem.
I tell you what, Ghazali has been shown a red card. The assistant coach of the book has been shown the red card for an off-field incident involving him and a ball boy. And reason he's been shown the red card. That was an off-field incident between the assistant coach Ghazali and a ball boy of Medeama. That has resulted in him getting the red card.
It's quite unfortunate. Tempers rising high. He couldn't control his temper. Unfortunately, he's got himself out of the team. The number of matches they're going to play, and I'm sure it's going to be quite disappointing to see him close to the main coach for a number of games.
Collison.
It's a game of football there, Tense, you can understand.
SCV. Safrani and Ali Mohammed for Hearts of Oak. But all of them gathering around the 18-yard box of Medeama. The Phobians are looking for the equalizer. In control now, the Phobians. SCB. Bayfi. It's been dealt with there by Patal Sulemana. There's going to be a foul. And there's certainly going to be advantage there for the visitors to deal with it. Still waiting to see what happens there. And Collison would want to deal with this ball there. So Joe and Collison at each other now.
This is clearly going to be the last opportunity for Hartlepool if they want to grab anything from the TNA. You see Collison trying to get a bit of instructions from the technical team on how to whip in this final opportunity.
And who do you see there? Gwashi also going in there. Hartlepool throwing it into the game now. They are looking for an equalizer. Gwashi in the thick. Ball headed down. Gwashi now. The goalkeeper has a chance to volley on this one. And flag off and offside.
Because he did everything that he had to do, but Amankwa Befi had positioned himself in an offside situation. He's virtually given his all.
Yeah.
It's quite, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't. Very tough encounter. But I tell you what, and so the unbeaten run of Medeama extends to 14 games in the Ghana Premier League. And the very first time Solomon Agbashi is beating in 4 games in the Premier League. But who scored? It was a former Hartlepool player. With his 11 games, he scored this wonderful, wonderful goal there for Medeama AC. And so they still maintain a very good position on the Premier League table after defeat to Ghana Stars, Asante Kotoko and Hartlepool as well. And so this is the moment for this man to crown the player of the match with this wonderful goal today.
It's just made the difference. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was fired up for this game. And just when he got that opportunity, on the third attempt, he managed to find that goal, the ultimate match winner that separates his former side from his current side, giving his current side a redemption to the points they lost last season.
That's how they continue all the jubilation, Salim Adams. And it tells you his work rate has been well appreciated by his teammates. And so it's going to be 8 clean sheets there for goalkeeper Felix Che in post there for.
All right, so it's all done and dusted from the TNA Stadium in Tarkwa. At the end of it all, it was the home side, Medeama, courtesy a 1-goal scored against Accra Hearts of Oak, goal scored by former Hearts of Oak player Salim Adams. Good game it has been, and of course Medeama still stays strong at home. And for Accra Hearts of Oak, they would have to come back to the nation's capital to plan for their next set of matches, which will commence for round 2. Congratulations to Medeama. In one of the shots you saw Mr. Moses Ama, also known as Mospaka, the owner of the team Medeama Sporting Club, sitting quietly and waiting for the referee's final whistle. And I'm sure that Tarkwa is going to be turned upside down. One person who knows how Tarkwa do their celebrations is with me in the studio, and I'll find out from him his thoughts on the game. Coach, why do you have a why do you have a grin? But it's been done and dusted. I mean, it could have been much better.
Well, I think that in the second half, both teams did what the assistant coaches said before they went into the half-time break. So I believe that Medeama improved upon their final touches, and I think that has also changed their tactical plan. I'm talking about Kosiasma. You know, he changed the role for him. So you saw Hasufuk more, and Abdul Karim also lifted his performance. So Hasufuk were doing much in the half of Medeama. So it was an end-to-end action, as I said earlier on in the game. We saw that in the second half. I mean, I think that Solomon Bashi, I've mentioned his name several times, and I think that Didi Dramani is going to have a lot of headaches by who he should put in goalposts for Hasufuk in the next of the second round of the games. But I think that on the whole, we've witnessed a very good game. But some decisions from the referee, for me,
left much to be desired. Felix?
Well, interesting second half, quite exciting game. And before the start of the game, one of the key things I said was Hearts of Oak have to be mindful of the rounds of Salim Adams. He would be around areas, if they don't mark him out, he will punish them, and that is exactly what he did. He had so much space. You know, Salim would love it to even be around the 18-yard box, but he has so much space that he finds himself in the 12-yard box. He had no other option than to go for power, like you always know. And you couldn't stop this. There is no way Solomon Agbesi could have stopped that, but kudos to Medeama. I think the second half they played well, and they deserve to have the maximum point.
All right. Well, so it's the end of the game. Medeama are richer by 3 points. Accra Hearts of Oak will come back to Accra with their tail in between their legs. We'll break. When we come back, we will get the reactions from the two coaches as per their thoughts on the game. And then we will be wrapping up from the studio. We'll be back in a moment. Do stay with us.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
I want to watch the match.
Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? His screamers the stadium. Was like for the general lifting up trophies. Stephen Odo was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game. It's our pride. And you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
A huge delivery cost discouraging you from buying the home appliance you want? Or are you frustrated by the late pay delivery? Worry no more. The unprecedented deal from Matchday is here. Buy your TV, AC, refrigerators, washing machine, and have it delivered within 24 hours at zero cost. Yes, you heard it right. 24 hours free delivery and installation within Accra and Tema at the comfort of your home. For clarification on this offer, call us on 0544 019 552. You can also order on our website www.maxbuy.com.gh.
Looking to maximize your rice production with our high-performance rice mill machines? Shwangu Machinery is purposely built for Africa to ensure efficiency, durability, and superior rice quality. From paddy cleaning to finished white rice packaging. Trusted in over 27 countries, 10 production lines, and 7 years of hands-on experience in the Ghanaian rice industry, Shwangu offers more than just machinery. We also provide 24/7 after-sales service and spare parts support. Shwangu Machinery is built to last, designed to deliver. Call us now on 0506 620 089.
All righty, welcome back from the break, and many thanks for giving us a little bit of your time. We're zooming to the top of the production, but first we'll need to listen to the two main architects, the two head coaches, their thoughts into the 90 minutes that we just witnessed. So let's go back to the TNA Stadium in Tarkwa. The two head coaches are ready to talk to our team after the match.
The head coach of Hartlepool, Masood Didi Dramani. Coach, 3 points lost here, but I could see that you were furious on the touchline. What was really happening?
I think that there were so many things devoid of what was happening in the game. The game is not just the players and the coaches. The game is all about the match officials, referees, and everybody who is very involved to play their part so that we can give good football to our viewing public.
Would you say the better team won?
I wouldn't say so. I think that we don't deserve to lose. We controlled, greater part of the game. They also had their moments, and I think that they scored a very good goal.
Of course. Now, he ended in a defeat, but what phases of the game were you most impressed with?
No, I think that there are so many aspects of the game that you can be impressed of, because you cannot control the game all the time. There will be times when you need to control the moment when the opponent is in charge, and I think that in that moment we gave away the ball, and that resulted into this.
Now, last season by this time, when we finished the first round, Hartlepool were languishing somewhere at the bottom of the table. Would you say the team has made massive progress after the first round?
I think that it is not for my justification to think about how the team fared last year. For me, I'm more responsible with the current situation, is to deal with what is at stake and then to try to improve so many aspects of the team.
Second round about to start. Is goal scoring really a problem in this Hartlepool team?
Absolutely. You saw the chance we had in the first half. You saw the chance we had in the second half. These chances, you don't miss them. But we are still in work in progress.
Now the window is open. Would you augment the squad before the second round starts next week?
Absolutely. If we have the solution to do that, why not? Very important.
All right. Thanks very much and wish you all the best. Masoud Didi Dramani is the head coach of Hearts of Oak. Inside have lost this game against Medeama by a goal to nil. But of course, who masterminded this win for Medeama is here, Ibrahim Tanko. Good win, 3 points. He said it was important to start the year with 3 points. But how important is it to get 3 points against teams who are also competing for the title?
I mean, very important, as you know. I mean, the game was a really tactical game. We have to, dig our mind till the 90th minute. But I think we have most of the ball. We possess very well and then keep controlling the game. I think it's a deserved win for us.
First half was like 50-50. What was the halftime team talk like?
No, I think we told them we are doing everything right. The only thing we have to do is to make to use of our chances. And then I think Salim Adams did it very well and 3 points, very happy.
As a coach, in recent times, you are getting goals from midfielders rather than your attackers. Are you not worried by that?
No, I think we are a team. If even the defenders will score the goals for us to get what we want, I think, like I said, our midfielders, how we play, definitely they will have a chance. If they make use of it, definitely they will score more goals.
First round of the Ghana Premier League done and dusted. You're on top of the table. What is the plan for the second half?
No, I think in the second round, we know that it's not going to be easy, but definitely we are going to prepare ourselves very well and then go game by game.
Coach, we wish you all the best in 2026. Ibrahim Tanko is the head coach of Medeama. He has masterminded this win against Hearts of Oak, the one by a goal to nil. But the man who scored the only goal for Medeama, I nearly said Hearts of Oak. Salim Adams, Wako, I'm back as I have a show team at Hearts of Oak. First of all, how does it feel to share against your former club Hearts?
Oh, Charlie, we feel great. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I feel so great. Yeah.
Oh man, now take me through that goal. Me who say a Richard appear far ball no be a call far post. I be a call the near post. I then I who ya ultimately pull it back. Say ball beba.
Yeah, from the whole week in our training I no. Oba beto say train wa say obi akwa. I was me food and stay for card back. Into onya kwa me say there card back but until I stay for the ball.
Of course. Now your first round, Medeama are on top. What is the plan for AMO team going into the second round?
Yeah, plan and say back stay on top that so say be league Yeah, find match after match. They say the first round away. Next week here 10 league 3 points now near say kwaji.
But who show team Hearts of former team Hearts of Oak? Do you think they have a good team?
Yeah, very good squad. Very good squad. They were just unlucky, so I wish them all the best.
I wish you all the best as well. Salim Adams is the most valuable player in today's game.
All right, so we heard from the main architects. We also heard from not only the goal scorer, but the most valuable player at the end of the match. And Felix, wrapping up, I'm sure that for Medeama is positive enough coming for that end of first round break and then going straight into the second round. But for Didi Dramani, we can't say the same. At some points, he said even if he gets the opportunity to bring on 1 or 2 players, he would.
That doesn't depend on him. Hearts of Oak have their own legal issues with their former technical director who is fighting them in court. So as for the transfer ban, the club is under a transfer ban. So I don't know how we intend to augment the squad. I don't know if they will be allowed to even bring in players.
Wait, that's what you say.
So that's what I'm saying. So he doesn't have any way. Has at now because of the legal and as to if the squad that he has can.
But I think that this squad should be able to stand strong.
Truth be told, the squad is not good enough, especially in the attacking aspect. The attacking aspect, that is where their major problem. They are not scoring goals. Defensively, they look good. They have goalkeepers who are keeping clean sheet. They have defenders who are being good. But then again, you can't have Mensah, Asibe, Ali Mohammed. Now Afani is even playing midfield. So as a Foka, a bit short in defense. And that is a major problem. And in attack, they are drawing blank. So they have a major problem. Wow. And if you have your other title contenders having a very good squad, Medeama have a very solid squad. Even a team like Idiana, who are title contenders, have a good squad. But today they lost to Vision FC.
Sure.
So you need to augment your squad. But for Medeama, it's a good result for them.
Okay.
Because if you want to win the league, you make your home a fortress. That is what they've done. And then you also pick points form your other title contenders, and that is exactly what they've been able to do in this particular game. Good results for them, top of the league. Hearts of Oak, they are behind 6 points. 6 points is not a huge gap to close, but there's a lot of work to be done. But it's a very good result for the Moves in yellow.
I see. Okay. Well, it wasn't only Hearts of Oak and Medeama who were in action. There were other matches played. So quickly, let's take a look at the full-time results from the other matches. All right, here we go. So Hohoe United and Heart of Lions done and dusted on Friday. Medeama have just beaten Accra Hearts of Oak by a lone goal. Swedru All Blacks beat Kotoko by 2-1, and that's a good result for All Blacks. Nations and Karela drew Barren. Dreams FC managed a 2-0 home advantage win over Baseke Holy Stars. 11 Wonders 2. Bibiani Gold Stars 3. That was close. Bichim got a point from Brekum Chelsea. Call it the Sunyani Derby or whatever. Adriana sat at home. Vision FC did the unthinkable. Beat them by a 1-goal margin, and that's very good result for Vision FC. Very encouraging for them as well. FC Samatex 1996 claimed a 2-0 advantage win over Young Apostles FC. These are the results recorded on match day 17, and these are the results that will lower the curtain as far as the first round of the Ghana Premier League is concerned. I want to believe that it's going to be a quick turnover. There won't be time for a break, which means that the league will continue in earnest. And that should be good enough for the teams without the break.
Of course, they are going to continue with it.
Sure.
So next weekend, you're going to have the second round starting.
Exactly.
And of course, House of Oak will be playing Hohoe United, Kotoko will be playing Bluecombe Chelsea, and so on and so forth. So for me, I think that it's been good. The first round of the Ghana Premier League has been excellent. And I think that teams that are fighting for the league, we've seen them. Teams that are also fighting to be out of the relegation, we've also seen them. And I think that there's been some brilliant individual players so far in the team.
Sure.
I mean, Solomon Agbasi came not how many matches? About 7 games. I think he's been fantastic all throughout. And for me, I think that
there was nothing he could do about this.
Oh no, not at all. I think that the House of Oak players, about 4 players left Salim alone. Yeah. So he had a lot of space to control, have the composure, and of course, even at 25, 30 years, he can strike. How much more?
The 18-yard box.
So for me,
that's more like a penalty kick for him.
Exactly.
So for me, I think that Apia did very well, the cutback. And this cutback, players are not learning. And I was happy to hear from Salim that, look, they normally do that.
I wish we could even pause the screen. How can you be defending? No, I think the Medeama one. Sometimes, most of the time, players that don't have the ball are the most dangerous players.
Moving to space without the
ball.
You
understand? They are the most dangerous players, and you allow Salim so much. And you see, what is more disappointing is the fact that Salim is playing against defenders he's played with before. So if for nothing at all, the Hearts of Oak defense and midfielders
should have known better.
Should know the quality that Salim possesses, especially in an area like the 18-yard box where there is nobody there to put pressure on him or to press him. Look at this. So much space. I'm sure he could have even passed the ball to Fojo.
Watch, if you can go back, yes, let's see how he got back to where Salim was. Watch the cutback. Watch him. Watch him. He was jogging. Yes. Actually jogging.
Yeah. And behind the referee.
You see, it is bad for a player to lose concentration. The awareness of it's very bad because it is something that you've been told to do. You guys should frustrate Salim in your foot. Yeah. And that was exactly what you did in the first half. So you couldn't even get one shot.
So I wish you could even pause here. Look at the space. Salim virtually was jogging from the D.
No, I'm
talking about even Salim.
But Salim was left all alone
from the D straight into the 18-yard box.
Yeah. He was there all alone.
So look at him.
He's
moving with the referee.
Yes.
So nobody was watching.
Watch the direction of Kwesiasma and Oponfran. They are all looking at whereby you have a colleague challenging for the ball. So where was your awareness?
Yeah. And you see, he had so much time to even take a first.
And so Salim was left unmarked.
Yes. And of course, that was what Didi Damani spoke. They made a mistake and then he punished them. And for him, there's nothing you could do. You just I mean, he's done very well. It's a good game that we've witnessed today, but it's a lesson to House of Oak going forward. It's just unfortunate House of Oak cannot register within this period. But they have to do with what they have. But as my brother said, the squad of House of Oak is not good enough because looking at the bench of House of Oak, who will come from the bench to come and change the game for House of Oak? Unfortunately for them, Kakari is having his engagement Adori today. I mean, Hussein is suspended.
Yeah.
And Rocky Jamina is injured.
Yeah.
So George Paco is suspended with card. So if you have quality in depth or quality in there, of course your bench will be good. Like Arsenal in Europe.
Sure.
If Saliba and Gabriel is injured, Arsenal will not complain. They will play.
Oh, you see, or for instance, even for Hearts of Oak, Benjamin Asari is injured. No, you're talking about the Ghana League. Benjamin Asari is injured, but you see Solomon Agusi coming in, and there is no problem with that.
No problem.
And that is the way a team that wants to fight for the title should have. Options. Whoever comes in, you are getting an equal replacement, and that is something that's of a class.
All right. Before you go, I also think that the likes of Prince Owusu, the likes of Frank Duku, and the likes have to lift up their performance, because you cannot allow Oli Hamza Isa to be fighting for House of Folk whilst you guys sit out there. Prince Owusu was one of the best players in the league when he was playing for Gold Stars.
When he was with Gold Stars.
From Duku at Vision FC, we all saw his exploits. You cannot come, and then of course this young player that came on from Wafa.
Anyway,
I think that they also have to lift up their performance.
I got to go. Right, it's been fun, it's been exciting. At least we've seen the quality that both teams possess. Medeama still wants their eye on the prize, and so they want to keep with the top bracket of the contenders out there. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very tough. Good result for Vision FC, going away all the way to Doma to pick up 3 points at the expense of Adriana, who are also fighting for the league title, and so it throws the game wide open. There are teams who have underperformed, one of them being Brecum Chelsea. We still haven't seen them on their brighter side. But the second round beckons, and it means that these teams have a lot of time to put 2 and 2 together. We saw Hohoi in action over the weekend in their home backyard at the Hohoi Stadium, which tells you that a lot more effort would go into the second round. We were not too happy with some of the incidents that happened on the field of play where match officials got involved, etc. But we definitely know that the powers that be have also seen the game and will address some of these issues. I'd like to say a very big thank you to my good friend Felix, my good friend Coach Sifa, for spending time with us to bring you this action. There's more coming up over the weekend, and so do make a date and stay with us right here on Max TV. My name is Prince Anand. Have a very good evening.
Platform. A huge delivery cost discouraging you from buying the home appliance you want? Or are you frustrated by the late pay delivery? Worry no more. The unprecedented deal from Matchday is here. Buy your TV, AC, refrigerators, washing machine, and have it delivered within 24 hours at zero cost. Yes, you heard it right. 24 hours free delivery and installation within Accra and Tema at the comfort of your home. For clarification on this offer, call us on 0544 019 552. You can also order on our website www.maxbuy.com.gh.
Looking to maximize your rice production with our high-performance rice mill machines? Shwangu machinery is purposely built for for Africa to ensure efficiency, durability, and superior rice quality. From paddy cleaning to finished white rice packaging. Trusted in over 27 countries, 10 production lines, and 7 years of hands-on experience in the Ghanaian rice industry, Shwangu offers more than just machinery. We also provide 24/7 after-sales service and spare parts support. Shwangu machinery is built to last, designed to deliver. Call us now on 0506 620 089.
Babe, me sending messages.
Hey Jerry, this your phone. What is this?
Babe, relax. Today is the day I turn water into wine. We're in the promised land. Matchday is here to save us, okay? Don't worry, I'm coming.
Make sure you don't embarrass me like you did the other time at the chopper. Oh, Mama, hopefully I am pulling.
Welcome to Matchday.
You're welcome to Matchday, Ghana's #1 electronic retail store with brands like Techno, Itel, Infinix, iPhone, Oraimo, Edifier, and Synix. We have over 40 shops nationwide, a convenient payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery. How may I help you?
You know, my queen deserves the best. Show me your top gadget here.
That's the same thing you said at the shoe shop the other time. I heard it Chaliwate Jerry!
Madam, don't worry. At Matchday, we have everything for everyone and every budget.
Babe, imagine our